That's right. Yes, indeed. We're starting the stream a little bit early today. Let me make sure that I am live. It should be starting now. Let me know if y'all can hear me. We're going to talk about Super tonight. Let's see. Yes, it is live. Let me see if I can hear myself. Hang on a second. Indeed, we're starting the... Yep, I heard myself. All right, I hope y'all are having a good night. Let's give it a second till that this thing fills up. Let's give it just a minute here. Want to get a few people in here. Lots to talk about tonight. We're going to have a chill stream, all right? It's going to be a chill freaking stream. I'm going to be chilling. I'm going to be looking at the chat. You know how it is. Oh, excuse me. We're chilling tonight. So, let's see. Oh, looks like everything's going good. Hope y'all are having a good night. I know some of y'all have school tomorrow. I won't be up too freaking late. Hopefully not. But we're going to have a good time tonight, all right? We're almost at 2,000. Once we get over 2,000, we're going to get started with a topic here. I got a few different topics. Super chats are open. Okay, we just hit 2,000. Super chats are open as well. If you want to send in a super chat question, those will be answered by priority. So I want to answer some questions that will be put that I've seen already. I want to answer some questions that I've seen in the chat already from y'all. The chat's going by really fast. One question somebody asked me is, what are my thoughts on Gohan's elimination? Well, I should say spoilers if you haven't seen Super yet. I think Gohan... I have a video coming out Tuesday with Mozilla Vulpix and Quamman, Detective Q, and we're going to go over the elimination. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hello to everyone just joining us now. We're talking about Dragon Ball. But anyways, we're going to go over the elimination coming up on Tuesday, right? Let me go ahead and move the chat. Should be on your screen right now. So we're going to talk about the Gohan elimination. I still feel like it was a letdown. I feel like it was a disappointment. And I feel like it could have been done better, and I was expecting more from Gohan. I really was. I was expecting a lot more from Gohan than before. What do you think about the animation lately? I think that the animation in the last episode was a little bit underwhelming. It looked fine, but a lot of it was very much redone animation, banked animation. I certainly hope they don't dog it for the end of this series. It is gonna bum me out. I did want to give you guys a little bit of a food for thought here, okay? As far as what's going on with Super. Now, I talked about it already in a couple videos, but the idea of Super ending is indeed a reality. It's going to be ending at the end of March, and as of right now, there are no plans to continue Dragon Ball Super. However, that does not mean that there's not going to be plans to continue a new Dragon Ball series. And one thing y'all have to understand, and I know most of you guys already know this, but I know some of you guys don't. And those of you sending super chats in, I will get to them momentarily, but those of you, a lot of you guys kind of know how this works because a lot of you guys are fans of other things like other anime. Some of you guys are fans of Star Wars and fans of Marvel, the MCU. Franchises never die, especially ones as big as Dragon Ball. And I feel like with Dragon Ball, if you remember, Attack on Titan was a big anime, and I feel like that came back, and I think Dragon Ball will eventually come back. Now, the question is, what will they do with it? That's the question, because there's a lot of different directions they could go. They could, because the thing about Dragon Ball is that even though the story of Dragon Ball, right, I want y'all to forget about Super for a minute. Go back to the original story of Dragon Ball, and I'm not even talking about just Dragon Ball, I'm not even just talking about, like the anime. Go back to the original manga. Right, the original story Toriyama wrote. Dragon Ball is the story of the life of Goku. He's a kid. He grows up. He makes friends. He has a kid of his own. He dies a couple times. Gets married, of course. Has grandkids. So the story of Goku is he starts off as a boy and ends up as a grandpa. It's pretty much a metaphor for kind of the stuff that our life goes through. Because even though we don't die and come back to life, like in Dragon Ball, we still go through times in our life where we have hardships. And that's the thing, is the story of Dragon Ball is about Goku, but the universe that Toriyama created is so big and vast that, yes, I did see what was said about the God Pad. It's so big and so vast that, you could do so many different things with it. You could do a Pride Troopers anime. You could do a hit anime. You could even do a Ribrianne anime. That's right. You could do that. And, it's one of those things, man, where there's a lot of things they could do with Dragon Ball. I personally feel when Dragon Ball comes back, and I'm seeing some really good comments here. I feel like my weekly DB is a family ritual. My youngest falls asleep every Saturday. Like, I know. The thing about Dragon Ball Super is it really wasn't as good as Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, but it still brought us all together, and it still, made us all have something to look forward to. Whether or not you like my channel or someone else's channel or you like the series, doesn't matter. We all talk about it. And it's one of those things where, I think that there's so many possibilities. If it was me, I would probably begin the series after the end of Z with Goku and Oob, and then just erase GT or ignore GT. Just kind of tell the story from what Toriyama's perspective is moving forward. They may or may not do that, because I feel like a part of Toei does not want to completely erase GT. I think GT's already been erased. You can't make Super and GT fit in the same continuity. There's too many plot holes there. So it's just not going to happen. GT itself has plot holes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Super does too, but GT has real continuity problems. So it's just one of those things where, as far as Super, like, and somebody in the chat says, hoping it comes back to focus on the next generation. And I think they will do that. I think they will focus on the next generation. And it's just one of those things where, when it does come back, I think it's inevitable. Okay, look, I want y'all to listen. I do believe that Dragon Ball will come back. I do think so. And it's not going to take that long. I'm expecting Dragon Ball to return. Again, I'm expecting it sometime next year in April or in July. Now, I could be wrong. It might not be till 2020. The reasons why I think it's coming back, and I want y'all to hear me out on this one, is because many of you know that Goku, Luffy, and Naruto are 3 of the ambassadors for the 2020 Olympic Games. And obviously, the fact that these are iconic characters, right? I feel like because they're such iconic characters, that they're going to have their shows running while the Olympics are right around the corner. So that's one thing I think that makes the series, might come back. Now, another thing I want to talk about, because I've seen a lot of you guys comment this in the chat room, so I'm going to answer the question about the manga. Okay, what is the future of the Dragon Ball Super manga? So, at New York Comic Con, Toyotaro said last year, he said that the manga will catch up to the anime. Now, I don't remember him saying it's going to pass the anime, but he said it will catch up at some point. So, logically speaking, the manga, where we're at right now, is about to begin Tournament of Power. So, logically speaking, let's say that takes 8 months to write. Maybe less than that even. 9 months, 10 months. Then yes, the manga will catch up to the anime. Now, the question that many of y'all are probably wondering is, will the manga pass the anime? In other words, is the story Toyotaro's going to tell, is it going to be beyond what the anime told us? And the answer that I have to that question is I don't know, because he's not answering it. Somebody asked him on Twitter, and his response was, I can't talk about that right now. So Toyotaro knows, I feel like Toyotaro knows something, okay? It's very possible, and I want y'all to really remember this one, okay? It's very possible that they do have something planned for the future, but they're not allowed to talk about it yet because they're waiting to see how everything goes, with movies and things like that. So it is possible. And no, there's not going to be any spoilers in the stream because we don't even have any new ones yet, but we will this week. So I just feel like I feel like I'm going to, by the way, I'm going to go and talk about the super chats here in a minute. I feel like Toyotaro and Toei might have something planned. You see what I'm saying? And thanks for the kind words, by the way, those of you who are leaving kind words. It means a lot to me. They may have something else planned, but they're not going to talk about it. We're not going to hear anything until they're ready to move forward because, like Anime AJ talked about, The way that Toei is right now, this is a little bit of inside information I'm going to share with you guys because, quite frankly, I don't give a shit. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I just don't care, and I feel like you guys should know what's going on. If Dragon Ball, the anime, and if the movie are simultaneously being produced, right, it's one of those things where it's going to lead to a collapse of the production because there's too many people who are there's not enough people at Toei that are quality animators that can work on both. So some's gonna have to take a hit, whether it be One Piece, whether it be Dragon Ball, whether it be Kitaro, whether it be Digimon. Some's gonna take a hit. So their idea is, okay, let's go ahead and do, more focus on the movie, and then go from there. You know what I mean? Because it would just collapse the production crew. They would have a meltdown. It wouldn't be enough. So that does make sense. Now, you have to understand, though, that I know some of you guys are asking, well, wait a minute. What about how in Dragon Ball Z? What about how DBZ was on the air every single week, but they also had 2 movies a year? Well, it's a different era. It's a different era because they have a lot less high-quality animators working for Super than they did for Z. It's a different era. Remember, 90s and 2010s are very different. No, I will never become a Dokkan tuber. I have no interest in Dokkan anymore. Sorry. Let's go ahead and get to these Super Chats, guys. I'm going to answer them here because they've sent them in and they get priority. So, Valtheris1 says, funny, I'm currently creating a chart that measures all of the competitors of Tournament of Power in 5 categories. Strength, power, speed, intelligence, endurance, and ability, special abilities. Well, when you get that chart done, post it somewhere and let me know about it. Jeremiah Piranha says, where'd you get that picture? If you're talking about the picture that I have as the thumbnail, it's from an artist named Remedy, Remehedi. Look him up on DeviantArt. That's where you get that picture. He makes a lot of art. A lot of YouTubers use him. Let's see. Victor Mendoza. Could Majin Buu have won Tournament of Power? How could he have beat Jiren? Well, I don't know about him beating Jiren, but him being in Tournament of Power could have been a major, major hack. Because the thing is with Majin Buu because he can turn people into candy, there's a very good chance he could have gone in there and turned like at least half the competitors in this thing into candy and just thrown them out. He could have done that because in Dragon Ball Z, we've seen him do that. We've seen him turn entire cities into chocolate and candy. So he doesn't have to eat them, turns them into candy, throws them out, and then turns them back into immortals or whatever after he's done. So it would have been a hack. And that's why Frieza took his spot. You feel me on that one? That's why they even wrote that out. So as far as Buu taking on Jiren, I think Jiren would be too strong for him. I feel like if Majin Buu tried to absorb Jiren or maybe tried to turn him into candy, it would backfire. If Vegito and Z, not Vegito Blue, Vegito and Z could run through Buu like a hot knife through butter, then, I don't think that Jiren would have a problem with Majin Buu. Week Sinha says, I know that 3 movies are not confirmed, but do you think that Super will do 3 movies and come out after 3 years? Depends on how well the first movie does. If anybody who tells you there are 3 confirmed movies is lying to you. There's a lot of clickbait and bullshit out there all over the web. No, they do not have 3 movies confirmed, just 1. If the first movie is successful, then they could come back and make more. Yes, but right now there's only 1 is confirmed. Julian Matthews says, do you think Super's on hiatus because they said it's not like the series is over? Do you think it'll be back in January of next year? I answered this earlier. I think if it does come back, it'll be in April of next year, and it might not even be called Dragon Ball Super. It may have a completely different name. It could be a totally different Dragon Ball series. I know that Nozawa, I've seen some people talk about, okay, what about Nozawa? Nozawa is old, but she's not that old, and she's super healthy, and she's actually working on the Kentaro anime, so Nozawa could be Goku until she passes away, which could be a long time from now, hopefully. So I still think that the future of Dragon Ball should be beyond just the story of Goku. That's my opinion, okay? So let me keep going with these questions here. How big of a time jump from end of Super to end of Z? Because Goten and Trunks are still kids in Super, and in Z they were teens. Well, that's Super's very, very bad writing. Goten and Trunks do not age in Dragon Ball Super, which I think is terrible because as of right now, based on the calculations we've made on the timeline, this arc, the Tournament of Power, takes place 3 years before the end of Z. 3 years before Goku meets up with Oob. So, yes, by now, Goten and Trunks should at least be a little bit taller. So, I think that, yeah, I think it's very possible. I think that they might grow up and become teens in 3 years, but that's just, I mean, come on, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because the year that the Future Trunks arc took place, which was in age 780, I believe. I think it was 780. Yeah, 780. Yes, it was 780. That's when Kid Trunks should resemble Future Trunks as far as biologically, and he doesn't. So it's a big problem. It is a plot hole. I mean, it's a legitimate plot hole. That doesn't make any sense. Grandmaster Dreiger. Wait, I know who you are. I saw your channel the other day. Yeah, I know who you are. Maybe I screwed your name up. I know exactly who you are. Welcome. He writes, I feel there were a couple of missteps. They decided to take it back and redo this project, not specifically Super, so focus on the movie and get the anime right. Well, a lot of people feel that way. They think that, you know, it was bad from the beginning. I want to tell you guys something that I don't know if I've ever talked about before, all right, on this channel. Because here's the thing. If you've been following my channel, you know that I talk to a lot of different people in the industry about Dragon Ball, not just here, but in Japan. There's a lot of things that go on in Japan that we get told about that either we're allowed to talk about or not allowed to talk about. And that's just how it is. You'll never hear it. But one thing that I will tell you that I don't, again, it's to the point now where it's not going to really be a problem anymore because Super's ending, but it was a big secret for a little while, is that when Super first started, right, a lot of folks don't know this, the production was very haphazard. The reason why Episode 5 looks so bad, right, everybody talked about Episode 5, is because that was a rush job. Super got announced in April of 2015, and it started in July of 2015. They only had 4 months, actually less than that. It was about 3.5 months of actual production time. And you have to understand, putting a series together when it comes to writing, when it comes to animating, these things aren't done overnight, guys. I know you guys feel me on that one. It takes time. And they were rushed into making Super. Super was done to take over the time slot of Dragon Ball Kai. They rushed into making it, and that's why those first 2 episodes look amazing. But then you notice Episode 4 is a little bit down. Then Episode 5 looks terrible because they were playing catch-up and outsourcing the animation back then. So Super was very much rushed during the beginning portions of it. Then it got better as it went on. So you got to understand that if Dragon Ball does come back, hopefully with this break they're taking, they'll get all their ducks in a row and really crank out something good when they come back. I really hope so because I feel like Super did leave a very bad taste in the mouth of fans. I really feel that way. But I think if they give us a good product, especially with that movie coming out in December, I do think some of the Dragon Ball fans who didn't like Super will come back. At least I hope so because it can be fixed. I mean, Dragon Ball is love. Dragon Ball is life, you know. And even if you hate Super, that's fine. You still have Dragon Ball. You still have DBZ. You got several different ways to watch it. You can always enjoy that. All right. So Constorm Entertainment says, do you think that DBZ Movie 20 will be a soft reboot? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a soft reboot. I think you're using that term incorrectly. I think it might be a reboot of the franchise as far as like getting new content out, yes, but it's not going to be a soft reboot. A soft reboot would be like if they introduced a character and then they made the next Dragon Ball series about that character, which could be the case, but I don't think it's going to be a soft reboot. I don't think so. I think it is going to be, but you never know. I mean, I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you it won't be, but I doubt it. All right. Black Mamba says, I don't think we're going to get the story of Jiren. We will, but probably not in Super. Trailer Park Samurai, do you think Vegeta will be equal to Goku in the end? Yes, I do think so. Victor Martinez, Jiren's wishes to be as strong as Yamcha. Thank you, Joel. Son Goku says, would you like to see a main series Dragon Ball spinoff of characters related to Goku, Vegeta, Trunks set generation from now? I think it would be cool. Yes, I would. I would love to see a Dragon Ball story that takes place like 100 years or 1,000 years after Dragon Ball, after Dragon Ball Z or whatever. I would love to see that. Ignore GT and just create a new story. Tim Shufflebottom says, Jiren needs his origin story Pride Trooper arc. I agree, but we're not getting it right away. Jamar Leonard, why don't Goku use his instant transmission more often, especially for attacks? Do you think that maybe Toriyama realized how broken it was? Toriyama, okay, couple things here. Yes and no. In a way, instantaneous movement is a little bit broken. As far as Toriyama, one thing I do want to clarify is that Toriyama is not doing the specifics of the anime. A lot of folks getting mixed up about what's going on with Super. Toriyama's role when it comes to Super is he writes the basic outline of the story. He writes the bullet points and he sends them over to Toei, and Toei fills in the blanks. Toriyama does not do any storyboards. So if you see Goku fighting Jiren and you see like Goku using certain moves, that's not Toriyama drawing them. That's the anime staff drawing them. Toriyama is not doing an original manga. All he does is he writes the bullet points and he draws the character designs. Then what happens is Tadayoshi Yamamuro takes that and creates the anime version of those character designs, which is an anime sheet. You know, like when you see like the little faces and whatnot, like the heads, that's an anime sheet, and he gives that out to the animators so that when they're animating it, they know kind of how to draw Goku and Vegeta in certain angles. That's all Toriyama really does. He doesn't actually draw the fight scene, so if this is going on, it's Toei more than Toriyama. So maybe they did. Super AVG. If, and I said if, sir, if the ending ends up being Goku versus Jiren and Toppo versus Vegeta, you got to give me a shout out. Thanks, bro. I don't know. Are you Super Jaiyan, bro? But no. It's very possible that Toppo will eliminate 17 and Frieza. It's possible because he's God Destruction level, and we may see Toppo versus Vegeta and Goku versus Jiren. It could be that Vegeta in his new form takes on God Destruction Toppo. Vegeta eliminates Toppo, and then Goku Vegeta eliminates Toppo, Jiren eliminates Vegeta, and then it's Goku and Jiren at the end. That could happen. That could very well happen. It sucks because I really wanted to see Frieza against Jiren, but whatever. Thank you, Justin. Rit Week says, do you think manga passing anime would be good or bad? I think it would kill the speculation, suspense, and unpredictability of Super. Very, very good point. However, it would not, and maybe it would. See, here's the thing. It depends on culture. See, I'm glad you sent that in, Rit Week. That's a great point. But it's also one that's interesting because, look, in the 90s and 80s, when Dragon Ball was on the air, the manga was way ahead of the anime. You knew what was going to happen in the manga way before you saw it in the anime, and that didn't ruin the suspense at all. People still watch Dragon Ball on television. But that's also because culturally in Japan, people are culturally inclined to read manga first. So even though you are correct in that it would somewhat spoil the future, at the same time, it would also build up hype for the TV version, and also it would, in Japan, they're not going to care because the Japanese read manga. But the Dragon Ball Super manga is nowhere close to being as big as the Dragon Ball manga. See what I'm saying? So again, very good thought-provoking question because the answer is that I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Raid Away says, because everybody, it depends on your culture, dude. Everybody's different here. That's one that's going to be split down the middle on that one. You know what I'm saying? Raid Away says, how do you think the tournament would have ended if Trunks was in it? Why didn't Goku go to him instead of Frieza? Because Trunks is in the future, brother. That's why. And they didn't have a time machine anymore. Remember Beerus blew up the time machine? How's he going to get the Trunks, bro? How is he going to get the Trunks? I mean, I guess he could have, like, borrowed a time ring. I mean, so you're right. He could have done that and gone and see Trunks, but he went to go get Frieza because people wanted to see Frieza turn good, or not turn good, but to see him in this thing. So that's my reasoning for it. That he really wanted that. So, you know what I mean. Let me real quick. I'm gonna get to these super chats in a minute, but I'm just waiting because I'm getting DMs here. Just give me 1 second. Hold on, because Real to Real might want to come in here. Okay, hold on, guys. We're gonna Real to Real is real good with talking. You guys are about to enjoy the stream right now, like a lot, because Real to Real is a good dude. If I bring him in here, you're gonna like that because we always have a lot of good times, a lot of chemistry there. Pause, but just bear with me. I'm gonna get to these super chat questions here. Zion Undead. Hey, Danny, hope you had a nice weekend. Arriving the stream, love your content, keep up the good work. Career Toriyama versus Jiren, who wins? Toriyama wins, for sure. Thank you. Jeremiah Piranha, don't you think that there aren't enough episodes left to correctly wrap up the arc? Jiren's background, Frieza's fate, the Island, Universe 6, etc. Here's the thing, though. Some of the stuff you're talking about is not necessary. Frieza's fate can be wrapped up in one episode. Jiren's background doesn't have to be explained right away. Universe 6 Saiyan is going to be the movie. See what I'm saying? So you're right. Like, you are correct in what you're saying, but they don't have to do that. See what I'm saying? They don't have to go that route. You know? Trailer Parks Never need Tyrone Madison on a discussion with you. Afro, that'd be funny. Afro Thunder says, it's Anime Girl said they revealed the 2019 Tournament of Power arc. That's a lie. And again, I have nothing against It's Anime Girl, but if she said that, if she said they revealed that, if It's Anime Girl said that they revealed a 2019 Tournament of Power arc, she is lying to you. That's a lie, and you should not trust her, because that's a blatant lie. And that's it, point blank. If she didn't say that, whatever. If she did say it, she's lying. Havoc the Savage, Geekdom, I've been a fan of yours since the beginning of Super. Do you think the new series, if there's one, should explore more of the angels and their power along with the 5 strongest fighters? Yeah, brother. you're telling me. Boy, they sure as hell. Bro, you know what Dragon Ball Super did? And I know a lot of you guys are going to feel me on this one. Because, look, let's be real. Most of y'all listening to this right now are men. And you're going to feel me on this one. Have you ever had that situation where you're talking to a girl and, like, the girl's giving you all these signs that she likes you, right? She's totally into you. You know, she says all these things, you know, and then right when you get her alone and you're about to nail the kiss, she freaking turns her head and then she closes the door, or she'll says, oh, you know what? I'm not ready for that. I feel confused. And then, like, you're sitting there, you're going home, and you're like, what the hell just happened? We had this great time, but she doesn't want to kiss me. She doesn't want to, you know, and then you're kind of like confused. You're like, well, what the hell, dude? Like, I thought we had something here. Like, that's pretty much what Super did, dude. Super got us all freaking excited and then freaking left us in the dust. That's what it is, bro. I know y'all can feel me on that one. So, what are your thoughts on Majin Android 21? I think she looks pretty cool, bro, and I look forward to playing with her and against her. Student GX, Bardock among Universe 6 Saiyans. Thoughts? I don't think so. But, I have an idea that you're going to dig about that, which I'm going to tell you all about. I'm going to tell you all about in April. Which, it's not Bardock, but I have an idea for the Dragon Ball movie that I think y'all are going to dig. I really think you're going to dig. So, real to real, bro, respond. If you're still in the stream, respond, please. I don't know where this dude is. Respond to the message that you sent me. Give me a sec, folks. I have like 2 windows open here. I have a bunch of windows open. I gotta organize my stuff. Just bear with me for 1 second here. Real quick, Black Mamba says, if I'm not mistaken, Boo can also heal. Yes, he's very OP. Adam Geisa King, are you in Tampa Bay area? I'll buy you a beer and we can chalk GT. I am in Tampa Bay, but I don't drink, so there you go. Afro Thunder, title of her video. Well, that's a lie. Justin Turner, do you think we'll see Vegito? No Vegito. Christopher Stoltz, fellow Cubano here and longtime fan. Well, I appreciate that, brother. Trust me. Christopher Stoltz is not really a Cuban name, but I'm pretty sure that your real name is not Christopher Stoltz. Could this be a possible new series after the movie, be a chance to grow the series to a more mature level? I love how Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are evolved in tone, but Super felt like a step back. No, I don't think that's happening. Dragon Ball is aimed at Japanese kids. That is a fact. If the series comes back, it's probably going to be very similar. So, remember, society was different back when Dragon Ball Z was on the air. Very, very different. So, it's one of those things where it's going to be like Super, dude. Unless there's a big paradigm shift at Toei, it's going to be like Super. I mean, maybe, hopefully better. Hopefully, like, the tone is better and we have better writing. Like, I agree with that. But as far as, like, you know, Dragon Ball being this super violent freaking thing, like, it's just not going to go back to that, you know? It's not going to go back to that. So, Mark, where are you? I'm trying to bring Real to Real in here, dude. I'm about to hit him up. Anyways, let me keep going here. I hate that people are saying that 17 is stronger than Gohan. After the break, it's going to be interesting to see how much time passes on the show. Well, it's not a break, bro. It's ending. Don't wait for it. Don't wait for it to come back. There's no guarantee it will. Victor Mendoza. Dragon Ball Super gave me super blue balls for leaving. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, dude. Mike Friend. After the last 2 arcs of Super, I have lost my hype for Oob with all new characters, crazy power scaling, and transformations. How would you handle Oob and make him matter? They've gone big like Avengers Infinity War MCU. Great question. Great question. Basically, the story is, you know, why would Goku care about Oob if he's just fought dudes like Jiren and you know, Beerus and whatnot? That's a great question. What they're going to have to do is they're going to have to really hammer home that the potential of Oob is higher than anybody in the history of Dragon Ball. They're going to have to hammer that home. In other words, what they're going to have to hammer home in the storytelling, right, is that Oob, if properly trained, listen to what I'm telling you, if properly trained, could be at Jiren levels. Or Toppo levels, at least Toppo levels. That way Goku can get excited about it. They're going to have to hammer that home. I'm not saying that he's going to get there, and I'm not saying that he's there now. But I'm saying if properly trained with God Ki for years and years and years, he could be at that level. They're going to have to basically tell us that Kid Buu was underpowered and that his reincarnation is better. Which makes sense because, dude, Piccolo, listen, Piccolo's a reincarnation of King Piccolo, and he's more powerful. Wouldn't be the first time they've done something like that. So I think that's the best way to explain it. Grandmaster says, do you believe our expectations also contribute to this break? Do you think that we're looking at that Z vibe too much instead of appreciating the return and giving it time? That's not a question for me to answer, right? Because everybody's different. Like right now, that question, everyone in the chat right now has a different answer for it. I think people did have high expectations and it was a letdown, but I think comparing it to Z is very difficult because it's a different Toriyama. It could be better, but with the way the formula was, the way it was rushed, it just didn't work out. I think they could make it better than Z if they really made it like a more advanced writing style. But as far as the fandom goes, I do think people were expecting it to be like Z, and it wasn't quite there, which is why when we had moments like Goku doing the Kaioken and all that, why it hit people, it resonated because it reminded them of Z. You see what I'm saying? But also I feel like they also played on nostalgia too much. See, they're playing a game here. They want to do nostalgia, but they don't. Like, they want to do nostalgia, but they don't understand that's not going to last forever. See what I'm saying? So it's a very complex question to answer here. But I know that it was a disappointment to many. It just wasn't as good as DBZ. July Apotheosis. Hang on, let me get this phlegm out here. What would you want the next iteration of Dragon Ball to be called? Dragon Ball Daddy, Dragon Ball Ball, Dragon Ball Stop It. Dragon Ball not suck. That's what I would. Please don't suck this time. That's what I would call it. Hey Geekdom, how do I become an expert on Dragon Ball? I want to start a Dragon Ball channel, but I don't want to talk out of my ass and misinform. How do I become an expert like you and the crew? Well, I don't know who the crew is, but there's very few people in our fandom that are really experts. I appreciate you saying that about me. I would just do a lot of research, you know, and ask questions. That's the main thing. Do research and ask questions from other experts or whatever you want to call them, and read the manga and study other languages. Like, not learn the other languages, but like study the different translations. It's hard though, because the one thing I have above other people is that I've been around since like the mid '90s. Dragon Ball. Like I've seen all the dubs. I've seen all the dubs. I've seen all the translations. I've seen all the stories. So the older fans like myself do have a little bit of an edge, and you just can't make up for that. It's almost like if you're going to be doing film reviews, if somebody's been doing movie reviews for 30 years, right, they're going to have a little bit more knowledge than somebody who just started out. But I'm not saying you can't get there. I'm saying it's going to take time. Same thing with Naruto. Look, everybody wants me to cover Naruto, but I would have to catch up, not just with, you know, hundreds of episodes, but also I have to catch up with all the years that have gone by. And that's going to take a long time. So, Insignificant Mortal, should the transformation stop at Ultra Instinct? Yes. Ultima 199G, if Vegeta had donated to the Spirit Bomb, would it have been too much and killed Goku instead of triggering Ultra Instinct? Maybe it was good that he didn't. PS F Oob. I don't think it would have killed Goku. I don't think it would have. I don't think so. It would have been the same thing. But I'm glad he didn't, because maybe that's the power he's using now. You know what I'm saying? So your idea makes sense in that aspect too. Darshan Higher Math, I disagree with your prediction. Remember what we said. If Goku and Vegeta work together, he can beat anyone. I think that will happen with Jiren. I never said that couldn't happen. I just said it wasn't going to be Vegito. It could be Goku and Vegeta 2-on-1. I don't know about Vegito, though. You know what I'm saying? You think Jiren's backstory will be revealed in this arc? No. Jermaine Wolf, thank you. Julio Perales, Geekdom, love your channel. Thanks. Keep it up. Vegeta all the way. Glad he got his own form. By the way, guys, I've got so many videos planned for After Super. Like, if you really want to talk about Dragon Ball lore, if you really, really want to talk about, like, real in-depth stuff that nobody's ever talked about, I got so many videos coming up, bro, that you're just going to be like, whoa, like, we're covering, like, some super obscure Dragon Ball shit. Like, stuff that's, like, from, like carryovers from a different era that never came to America and things like that. So, tons of stuff coming up, bro. Tons. I mean, it's kind of exciting. I'm sad Super's leaving, but it does give me a chance to tackle a lot of the topics that I had planned prior. So, where did I leave off at? Oh, I think it's right here. Okay, he says, and thank you for the kind words there. Okay, yeah, here we are. No, Jiren's backstory's not going to be revealed. Vegeta all the way, glad guy's own form. Do you think he can take on Beerus as well with Blue Kaioken? Wait. Are you asking if Vegeta can take on? No, I don't think so. I don't think he can take on I don't think he can take on Beerus right now. But I do think he's stronger than Goku Blue Kaioken. I do think that. Favorite DBS OST minus Birth of a God. My favorite Dragon Ball Super OST is I don't remember the name, but I like the the Goku Black one. That's my favorite one. Also, it's not called OST, it's called BGM. OST is the actual soundtrack. Great question here by Ritwick. Big confusion here because this is not your fault for being confused. What's the difference between the end of Z and Tournament of Power? Because I remember Bulma saying to Goku she hadn't seen him in 5 years. That's a plot hole, brother. That is a plot hole because Dragon Ball Super is past the 5-year mark. And no, don't argue with me on this. I have the official timeline. I've done a video on the official timeline. Dragon Ball Super right now is 3 years before the end of Z, and Bulma saw him. So yes, that is a plot hole they must have forgot about that Bulma said that. Banned on TV. Because of Kefla and her fight versus SSB Goku, was Vegito and Z even stronger than we initially thought as he could have taken on Beerus? No. No, I don't think so. Cover NNT. I don't think I know what NNT is. NNT. What is the abbreviation for NNT? NNT. Anyways, I'm sure somebody will send it through. Daniel Cook. How about taking the GBGT movie of Generations Later, Goku Vegeta Heroes Legacy, and continue that into a new show? I think Goku Jr. is a boring character, and nobody cares about him. Now, the idea in theory works, but I think Goku Jr. just never was enough for he was just never somebody people cared about. So it would have to be something a little bit different. You know, the idea is a good idea, though. If the person who makes the wish at the end of the tournament uses the wrong wording for the wish, the number of universes could become 18 again. That could open up some interesting possibilities. That theory's been talked about a lot, and it could happen, but I feel like now with Super ending, it's going to be something different. Blazing Trainer, you've discussed your thoughts on the old DBZ dub on Kai and Super. What are your thoughts on the Funimation dub of regular Dragon Ball? It's alright. I think the problem with it, the Dragon Ball, not Z, he's talking about just Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball dub is that they had to censor a lot of the dirty jokes. And that's the thing that sucks is like, look, the Dragon Ball dub, not Z, Dragon Ball was significantly better than the Dragon Ball Z dub as far as like the voices and everything went and the script. But the problem is the censorship. They could not get away with making those dirty jokes. And that's like the big thing, you know what I mean? That they couldn't do that. So it's better, but it's not going to make up for the experience of watching it in Japanese. You got to watch it in Japanese at least once. Saint Angelic, Yamushi in Universe 6 for the movie might start the next series with Z Fighters moving on to Universe 6 and finding him for answers. Thoughts? I have that video I talked about in April. It's going to cover that because I do have an idea of what they're going to do with Yamushi. I do think Yamoshi's going to be in this movie. I have a theory. And I'm probably going to be wrong on it. It's just an idea that I had. It's fan fiction that I came up with, but I want to get y'all's thoughts. That's going to be coming out That's going to be coming out, what do you call it, in April. Shane Gilroy, great question. You previously explained how GT started to fail, it not being based on existing manga. Well, that's only part of it, though. That's part of the reason. Like Dragon Ball and Z. If DBS had been done weekly instead of monthly, do you think the anime would end like this? No. Nothing to do with it. The manga has nothing to do with the anime as far as that goes. The anime is ending for totally different reasons. But if we find out something more on this, I'll let you know. But I don't think it has anything to do with it this time. Al Filion may be worried, but didn't they say at the end of Z that they haven't seen Goku in 5 years? Yeah, we talked about that already, bro. That's a plot hole. That's a total plot hole. Because it hasn't been 5 years. It has not been 5 years. Ocean Dub, Ichiban, keep it up, better than for Neverworld. I got nothing against for Neverworld, bro. He does his thing, bro. Thank you, though, for the kind words and the donation. Come to IMG Academy in Bradenton and see me. Bradenton's not that far from me. I mean, it is far, though. That's like probably about an hour away, but that's pretty cool that you're there, actually. I might be going to the Pro Bowl this Sunday, man. I might be getting invited out there. I'll let y'all know about that. Hold on, I think Real to Real might be joining us here. That should do it for Super Chat. Hold on, let's see if he's back here. I might bring this guy on right now, folks. We're going to talk about Dragon Ball. Joseph, and by the way, you can keep your questions coming. Joseph Ulmer says, do you think Vegeta and Goku's Gaki can be untapped if the gods and angels decide they can get too strong, fix some scaling problems? That would be an interesting storyline because I don't think Goku and Vegeta would go for that, and I feel like it would... Hold on a second. Let me answer this real quick. Okay. I feel like it would be one of those things where when it comes to the angels, it would create a new storyline. Justo Arellano, this is a great question. Great question. Who would win in their prime, King Chappa or Hercule? Keep up the great work. Close to 500,000. Please watch Naruto. I thought I was supposed to watch JoJo. What do you call it? I think Mr. Satan would win because Mr. Satan is said to be the strongest non-key user, so I think he would win on that. But King Champa ain't no joke, bro. All right, I'm about to bring Real to Real in here, folks. Just give me a second here. Christoph says, this is my real name. I have a German grandfather. Okay, so he's Cuban, but he has a German grandfather. That's why he has Stoltz as his last name and not like, Hernandez. Anyways, do you feel if Toppo can be defeated, does that mean Z Fighters can beat Beerus? Isn't it a cheap way to do a rematch? No, not necessarily, because every God of Destruction has different levels of power. So, Toppo might not be at Beerus level. We'll see. Prescribed one. What if Vegeta found out Beerus told Frieza to destroy Planet Vegeta? Well, that's been asked many times, and I don't know. Maybe they'll fight. Maybe they will fight. I don't know. I feel like that would be something for later. They don't have time for it. I don't know, but all right. Let me get in here. Hold on a second. Hold on one second. What if DBS ends with Jiren winning the tournament and the movie is how Universe 7 comes back? Not happening, bro. Super's going to end with a happy ending. Hang on a sec. Hey.
What's up?
We're live.
Hi, everybody.
I think we'll say something.
Hey, what's up?
There you are. Okay. Give me a second to adjust my headphones here. My headphones suck. I need new headphones. I just put my headphones in. All right. Okay, so this guy's saying, let me real quick get these super chats. By the way, folks, this is Real to Real right now. He's joining us here for this late night stream talking about Dragon Ball Super. Somebody's saying I should review My Hero Academia. I probably will. Real quick, hold on. I lost my track. Okay, so I guess NNT is Nanatsu no Taiza 7 Deadly Sins. Maybe I will check that out. Will you be doing a full review of the entirety of Super? Probably. Grandmaster Driger says, did you get nostalgia from episode 124 with Gohan's sacrifice? Similar to Goku vs. Raditz, you believe Gohan regained some respect that he once lost. He did gain respect, but I didn't get no nostalgia from it because it was just very poorly executed. By the way, what did you think about it, Mark?
You know what? I've heard a lot of people say that the whole, it's similar to the whole Raditz fight. It just depends on how you interpret Gohan's character. I don't really think that he's lost a whole lot of respect because you and I have talked about this in great detail. Even though he's not a fighter, Gohan was never really a fighter, and it's hard to look at him as if he's losing respect for being who he is. He's losing respect because it's not what we want him to be, but they've written him, at least in my opinion, in Super to be a decent character, true to his character, at least in my opinion.
I just think that his elimination was very underwhelming.
Oh, of course, especially since it can be argued that this whole tournament has been about breaking your limits and finding new power and motivation in yourself. And if you want to look at that, like Gohan is he's confident about himself. He's even telling Frieza he's going to eliminate him if he like tries anything dirty again. That might be like, yeah, Gohan finally believes in himself. But at the same time, I personally think that I wanted to see him get a new transformation. I wanted to see him have a bigger role in this. And I'm surprised. I was actually very surprised because 17, at least in my opinion, was the next to go. He's had so much shine in this tournament.
Dude, they have put him over like he's a main character again, right?
Yeah. He's had more shine than he's ever had in the entire series.
He's had more shine than even in Z, bro. Significantly more.
Yeah, it's crazy. I wonder why that is, actually. So, yeah, with that being said, I was just kind of shocked that they allowed Gohan to get out before 17.
I already reviewed One Punch Man. Please check the my channel playlist. I've already reviewed that. Go ahead, bro.
Before you go any further, I just have to say, I don't know if you've watched it. I spent the weekend, I watched all the first season of My Hero. I really think you'd like it, dude. And I know, like, people listening here right now and your subscribers would really like to hear your opinions because I want to hear your opinions on it, dude. It's great.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I might do like a season review and then I might do like a standalone video. I'm excited. I really am. Okay, I am. I'm gonna check that out. I gotta watch. Freaking what do you call it? Devilman Crybaby. I gotta watch that. Okay, so let's get to some of these super chats here. I got 5 left here, real, and then we're gonna talk about the future of Dragon Ball. Do you think Toei would ever tap into the first SSJ in a movie arc? Do you think Dispo is first FTL character? Dispo is not the first Faster Than Light character. We've discussed this many times. He's not even close to being the first one. They've been Faster Than Light for a long time. Also, he's talking about Yamoshi, and the answer is yes. I think Yamoshi will have something to do with the new movie. Do you think so? I told you I have my little script I'm working on in April for that.
Yeah, I really can't wait to see that. I think Yamoshi is definitely going to be the center focus, but like you said, SSJ, I think if they're going to do a discussion, or at least not discussion, but they're going to do something about the Super Saiyans in the past and where their power comes from, it's going to be God, not Super Saiyan. We're not going to be looking at the first Super Saiyan because at this point it just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're talking about gods now. Yeah. People are asking me if I'm going to do Dragon Ball Fighter stuff. I think I am. I should be getting the game soon, and I think I am going to be doing Dragon Ball Fighter stuff. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to do like a story recap first and kind of give you all my thoughts on the story of Android 21 and that whole thing, and then I'm gonna cover do battles with y'all and things like that. You know what I mean? I didn't do it for Xenoverse, but I'm definitely gonna try and do it for this. But that would probably be more of a stream than an actual just videos. You know?
No, I understand that. I really think, I was here when you first started, and I wanted to kind of go in this. I don't know if you have any pressing questions that people are asking, but I heard what you said about doing, I guess, spin-offs for people like Ribrianne and Hit and Kaba.
I've been talking about that for like a year, bro.
I know, and I think it's great. But I've spent the entire weekend. I just wanted to say this because I heard you say it. I spent the entire weekend trying to work on my pitch for the Hit special that I'm going to put on my channel, and
check out his channel, Real to Real Productions.
I think that I have to admit, I like Hit. He's my fan favorite. Like, Dragon Ball Super, at least in my opinion, has introduced no greater character, but in terms of story potential, I don't know how much he has, especially if you keep with the whole shonen aspect. He's going to go around and fight people. He has no challenges in Universe 6 unless they introduce something. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with any real character, really. Goku is what drives this story, and I think that's the thing that has resonated with me, especially with the news that Super is going to be ending and everything. Just how well can Dragon Ball survive outside of Goku? Because, you and I have talked this so much, and I've always said, it's bigger than Goku. There's a whole universe out there.
Yes.
Toriyama's introduced so many people, but you have Goku's personality, and Goku's personality is what drives this entire story. It's what drives the entire universe. So it's an interesting question.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, somebody brought up a good point here, which I'm going to get to in a minute. But first, somebody asked about super chats. Yes, super chats get priority because there are donations from the subscribers. And if you're going to pay, I'm not worthy, to be honest with you. But if you do want to pay, you are going to get your question answered faster because. And the problem is that this channel gets these streams get so many people in them that I'm pretty much stuck doing just super chat because there's just so many people. You know what I mean? But you guys can have discussions in the chat if you want to. I tend to check it from once in a while. I've only got 2 monitors, not 3. Let's get these questions out of the way, though. Thoughts on 17 to be eliminated next episode? Frieza to have trouble with Toppo and Vegeta coming in and take on Toppo, leading up to the big sacrifice. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen, dude. I think he nailed it.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. It's going to just be interesting to see, really. I can't wait to see it. But yeah, 17 has had his moment in the spotlight, and it's time for him to go and focus on the people who haven't, like Vegeta and Frieza, really.
See, Dead Ruin says, since Dragon Ball Super anime is ending in March, will the manga also end after Tournament of Power? Will it continue? I answered that earlier in the stream. The answer right now is we don't know. We do not know. Toyotaro was asked himself, and he said he cannot talk about it. So he is keeping quiet. We don't know. There's a possibility it will continue, though. There is. There's a possibility that they could keep doing Super manga, a year later or more. We don't know, though. We don't know. No answer. Leo says update on reviewing Hunter x Hunter. I should get to that, shouldn't I? I should. Maybe if it comes back.
It's a good anime. I'm still not caught up with it, but it's a good anime. I wanted to say just briefly, what you said really earlier on in the stream, and just kind of reiterating the idea that Toritaro says we might get to the end of Dragon Ball Z, but we won't. Like, we're not really planning to go past it. I don't really have it verbatim in my head what he said.
No, he didn't say they're not planning to go past it. He said they're not going to retcon it. He pretty much said they're not going to erase Oob's Goku meeting Oob. They're not erasing that. Because some people were asking, is Super going to erase all that? And he was saying, no, it's still going to go there. So
yeah, and so what I was saying is, one thing we've seen from the manga, and one thing I'd love to see Toritaro's interpretation of is he's done a lot of these fan service moments. I even made a video about this recently, but you have him basically recreating the last 3 chapters of Dragon Ball Z, where he's focusing on everyone but Goku, and you get to see people like Bulma and Vegeta and Goten, Trunks, all of these people as they look at Goku as this larger-than-life figure, bringing everyone together after so many years, because, originally it was like 5 years they haven't seen each other, but Goku brings everyone together to go fight Oob, and all he's thinking about, one-track mind, is, I want to fight Oob, I want to fight Oob, but everyone else comes to that tournament and watches and has fun and hangs out together because of Goku. And I think that would be a perfect ending, in my opinion. Just getting to see all the other perspectives.
Yep, agreed there. All right, he's asking Ohioli Debua. I'm sorry if I butchered your name here. He's asking, how will Super's ending in March affect DBC YouTubers? Well, I said last time, it's gonna freaking show the men from the boys. What do you think's gonna happen to the DBC YouTubers? We had like a 6-hour conversation there the other night about this, bro.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think, look, to be fair, everyone listening right now, Danny's not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
No, you're not. Like, the truth of the matter is, it's going to literally make you understand how many people don't have any either intelligence on the show or creativity when it comes to making content or anything else like that. Those people will drop off. The people who are there, who started off, and I don't want to put anyone under the bus, but you and I know, and almost everyone here probably knows people who started off, got on the bandwagon for the Tournament of Power, or maybe the Future Trunks arc, who just put out weekly reviews or something like that. Those people are going to go off because they only have the motivation to do the simplest of content. And
you just buried about half the YouTubers right now. We ain't gonna say no names, though, right? Real?
No. I'm not. I'm just being completely honest. It's going to really put a stopper for everyone, and everyone has to up their game, because you got to keep people's attention, and people are going to want bigger, better content, because there's not a weekly show that they can anticipate every single week. They're going to literally be anticipating, your channel, man. So,
gee, thanks. We all have pressure.
Dude, I've told you in private, I'll tell you in public on the stream with 4,000 people watching, you can do it. I know
No,
out
I
of
got
anyone
it,
else
bro.
in this comment.
I got ideas. I got a lot of new ideas I haven't shared with you yet. No, there's gonna be a lot of content. It's just I think it's not gonna be like it was during Super, where like we're all talking about Super, but there's so much to talk about. Even we still have stuff to talk about within Super as well. There's a lot of videos I've been holding off on until the series is over. So there you go. I think it's gonna definitely be interesting to see what happens. Now, John Toma says, why DBS doesn't have Grand Supreme Kai like in DBZ? The Grand Supreme Kai was killed. The Dai Kaioshin was killed by Majin Buu, so that's why he's not there. Ritwick Sina says, what's yours and your friend's favorite anime? Mine's is Full Metal Alchemist, because it has a good combo of darkness and comedy. Full Metal Alchemist is one of the greatest anime of all time. I mean, look, I'll be honest, my favorite anime is Dragon Ball, but I'm not saying it's the best anime, but it is my favorite. Yu Yu Hakusho is probably right up there. What is your favorite anime of all time?
Oh, it's Yu Yu Hakusho, without a doubt.
Really?
I feel like to me it's a brilliantly told story. It's super easy to binge watch. It just everything comes together. The story's all there. I love it. I've binge watched it maybe 5 or 6 times. I love that show.
Hey, Noble drops in the chat. Hello. Yeah, no, it's a great show. And everybody, if you're out there and you're a Dragon Ball fan and you have not watched Yu Yu Hakusho, get on it. It's free. Well, it's not free, but it is on Crunchyroll. Well, that is free then. It's on Crunchyroll. It's on Verve. Watch it. I promise you'll like it if you like Dragon Ball. And the dub is great. Trust me. Now, this is the question I wanted to get to from this guy named Cut It Out. And when I read his name, it reminds me of freaking Joey Gladstone. Cut it out. So he writes, excuse my ignorance, but did Goku and Vegeta's gravity level being set to planet Vegeta's give them an advantage? Could this explain why they heal and improve so fast? Now, I love the way he thinks. But the issue is that Goku and Vegeta have already trained beyond Planet Vegeta gravity. They're already way past that. So, yes, it may have given them an advantage, but I don't think it's as great as you think. What do you think about that?
You know what's funny about that? And look, guys, I'm not a power scaler, but I was talking to Karthu. I don't know how many people here know Karthu. I was talking to him earlier.
Is that like a demon that you summon up? Karthu,
yes, exactly. But he interested me in something very interesting. His argument was the Earthlings or Namekians have far greater potential. They increase faster than the Saiyans when they do the exact same training. Because if you look at the story and the way it was told throughout Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, the heroes that are Earthbound or Earthborn go and do basically what Goku's does in a similar path. You have them going to train under Popo and then Kami. If you watch the anime, you actually get to see it. And you have Piccolo come back on Namek, who is so much stronger than everyone else. I guess whoever kind of put it, he's so much stronger than when he was on Earth. And you don't know exactly how that happened. It's not just simply with the fusion with Nail. So his idea is the Saiyans, being from planet Vegeta, being their own race, are predetermined. It's part of their biology to be okay with 10 times gravity. Goku had an advantage from when he got to Earth. So Goku advances far less than when you put a human being in 10 times gravity or more so. So that's why they advance quicker. And Goku and Vegeta might be at a disadvantage based on that argument because their bodies are predetermined to, I guess, be okay with that type of gravity pull.
All right, this is funny right here. So this guy, Michael Williams, he's obviously doing it so I call him out. So, okay, he says he donates $5, and he says, you're making people donate money to ask a question, unsubbed, and will encourage others to do so as well. Shame on you. First of all, all right, there's so many.
Oh, my God.
All right. The term making people donate, just those words, making people donate, right? That in itself is an oxymoron said by a moron. That's number one. Unsubbed, don't let the door hit y'all in the ass on the way out. Thank you for giving me $5 before you unsub, by the way. Thanks for giving me the $5. Instead of just unsubbing, thanks for giving me the $5 before you unsub, which, by the way, he didn't unsub. He's talking shit. Let's take a look at Social Blade. Oh, no, that's not where I want to go. I got my
No. I look, the thing is there, guys, is the thing is there. The thing is there is.
Let's look at the Social Blade here. I'm just looking to see if I lost any subs. Oh
He
no, I
gave
gained. Oh my goodness, your crusade failed. Keep going. What were you saying?
the thing is like you don't like. You're right. You don't have to give money. You're not even saying that. Like, how long have you been on here? I've been on
I've
here.
never once.
Basically,
I've said super chat gets priority, but I've never
no,
once
no, no.
freaking asked them.
I
Yeah.
I want to. Like, I'm an impartial observer. I've been here for since the very beginning. Like, you've been asked answering questions. It's impossible to ask someone to answer 4,000, 5,000 people's comments.
It's
Like
impossible, and that's the thing. I feel bad because we got 5,000 people, and they're asking me questions in the chat, but I can't get to them. But I'll try. I mean, I'm trying the best I can. I can stream for 15 hours and not get to all the questions real.
Yeah, no, I've done it. I've had like 100 people in the chat. It's impossible to get through all the questions. This is intense. No, it makes this is all the thing in the world. And you even said yourself, like, you're not worthy of. I don't know who is. I wouldn't, like, out of everyone in the community, I would even say, but I would say, like, you're worthy of getting a little bit of money if how much anyone actually wants to donate if they can give the money. But no, like, that's ridiculous. There that's just like, oh, I want to make a statement. That's why he gave you money. That's why he thought you could see it. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
Well, thanks for the $5, buddy. I appreciate it. I'll go to the movies by myself. No.
On a Tuesday.
Let's move forward, but this guy wants attention like crazy. All right, Cronus Saturn, could you review Precure? Love to hear your thoughts on it, especially the stories and fighting scenes. A lot of similarities to DBZ when it comes to fights. Well, it's Toei, so I mean that's why. Gabby, I think we'll be covering Precure. Mozilla Volpic, so go subscribe to her. I don't know if I have time for it, but I'll try. Christopher Stoltz, the German Cuban. Not Christoph Waltz, bro. If I said Christoph Waltz, you would have popped right now if I would have said that. What leads people to believe there are only a dozen universes? What if the Omni King and Angels only know of those universes, and in the next chapter there's a villain that's a universe eater like Galactus? First of all, I love this guy's ideas. It's like stuff that I wish they would do. Like, oh, well, there's actually more universes. But, well, who knows? Who knows?
The thing that's really interesting about that is if you go to a couple of the episodes throughout the series that they've shown Zeno's homeworld, if you look in the background, it looks like there are galaxies or universes or something surrounding it. It's like, what's that all about? Because we've seen them in their little orbs. So I don't know how that really works, but I agree with you. I don't think that...
By the way, Mike from Laughing Stop Media asked if he's related to Eric Stoltz. That's one of my favorites, Eric Stoltz. I'm sorry, keep going.
No, I'm just saying that, like, the thing is, we've seen like weird animation choices that might suggest this, and you could argue it, I think, if you look at the show as if it's being really well told and thought out meticulously. But no, I don't think there's more than 12 universes. You could argue because they did say that there were 6 other universes out there besides the 12 that we know of.
They were destroyed, though.
Yeah.
And again, there's another freaking... I can't wait to find out about that. Thanks, Super. Ritwick says, whatever happens to you guys after Super ends, I'm with you, and I mean it. I think we have a relationship greater than an anime now. I agree, and plus Super's, I mean, I don't know about Super, but Dragon Ball will probably come back anyway, so, like, next year, so we'll be right back at it when it comes out, if it does. Wild Tayara, what do you think the chances are of Universe 7 survives based on Warrior's rule and Jiren gets the wish? I believe High Priestess strongest will wish. Well, he said the best fighter. So
MVP.
Yeah, MVP. So it could be anybody at this point. Of course, Universe 7 survives. There's the end of Z. It's gonna happen. Badass Thug writes, Jesus, when will SSB 3 become a thing? It has to. Imagine SSJ UI. Maybe UI can only be used in base. That way, regular SSJ can carry a lot of weight again. Going SSJ on top of UI. Maybe Goku has to learn that. Is it possible? What do you think? Look, man, I'm transformation fatigued, brother. I don't want any more transformations. I understand what you wanting that. It's just, I don't want any more transformations. I'm done with freaking transformations in Dragon Ball.
Well, considering we only have a couple episodes left in Super, yeah, like, no more transformations, please.
By the way, there's people donating now who are like, I'm donating because of Michael Williams as a tool. Thanks, Michael. You made me more than $5 now. Thanks, bro. I'm glad he left that, bro. Please, haters, if you're a Geekdom 101 hater, donate money, please. You realize that's the biggest possible cuck thing you can do. Like, if you're gonna donate your hard-earned money to trash somebody, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's like such cuckish shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna give you money to trash you. All right.
it's less valuable than time for him to sit here and constantly retype that in his browser or the chat window to get you to see it. That's why he did it.
I guess that's true. Well, too bad. You're not gonna be missed. Do you think that if Jiren lost, he would try to kill Zeno and fight the Angels as the last resort? I love the channel, by the way.
No.
No, he's not that kind of guy, and he'd lose anyways. I mean, no, I don't think so. I don't see that.
Yeah, he's not. He's way too weak to do that, honestly. And that's the strange thing about all this is we still have this pinnacle of power that we have yet to even breach.
Yeah, there's a lot left. Lazalicious, I love that name. Big fan. Any plans to ever do a collab with Seth the Programmer? Well, if you were a big fan, you know I already collab with Seth the Programmer. Go find a video called "Are Dragon Ball Super Characters Too Strong?" Seth's on that video. But we might do more in the future. We'll see. It just depends on time. Nick Caruthers, is that the guy who we were talking about? What's his name? Carthulu? Is that him?
Carthulu. Yeah, I think so.
What an evil sounding name, bro. All right, well, he says, when will Vegeta become the God of Destruction for Universe 6? It would be amazing to see. I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe.
No.
I don't think so.
I do think it's weird, though, that Champa and Beerus are the only twin brothers. I mean, remember back in the beginning of Super where Beerus and Champa, we saw them. They said it was twin universes. That's how we thought the whole universe thing worked, is all these universes had kind of twin universes. And while that's true, they're the only ones who are brothers. So it's possible Vegeta becomes a God of Destruction sometime, but I don't see it happening.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. It would be cool if they did it for like a small arc and then he's like, this job sucks. That would be kind of cool. All right. David Stevens says, Beerus or SJ4 Gogeta? I'm going to go with Beerus, but Gogeta is very, 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 very powerful. He also says Dot Hack Sign is the best anime. I've never seen Dot Hack Sign.
I haven't either. I haven't either. Definitely Beerus over those things, but I haven't ever seen it either. I've always been interested, honestly, to see that anime because I used to catch it on Toonami a couple times, but it was never in order. You know, it would always be really random.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. Now this guy says Michael Williams sounds like it's anime for girl fan. Look, I'm gonna repeat myself. I have nothing against this anime girl, but if she really did say there's a new tournament coming next year, she's lying to you, and you should know better by now. I mean, I feel like my subscribers are not subscribers of hers, so we do completely the opposite. So
yeah,
unless they like to hear her voice.
I won't comment.
I mean, the hottest voice in the fandom is Kyrie, so check her out. What were you gonna say?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you, man. I feel like that's exactly what that is your fan base and her fan base are on opposite spectrums, and that's totally fine. If they want to believe that stuff versus what your fan base wants to believe or anything else like that, it's fine. It's their life.
It's their life. I agree. And again, I have nothing personal against her. I don't even know anything about her. Like I said, thank you, Raid Away. Thank you, Jermaine. SSJUI would seem like another ass pull or another form when you think about it. It would make a lot of sense. It's just theory, so I don't know. FAP. Well, it's just I don't want any more forms. Like I think not with Goku. Maybe other characters. JJ said, I troll all day long. People diss Ethan for all the stuff he does for the Dragon Ball community. I live for it. Well, I appreciate you trolling for me, bro. Just don't. As long as you're not like going personal, it's cool. Adam Geisa King says, what was the anime y'all were talking about that was worth watching? I think Yu Yu Hakusho?
Oh, yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho, yes.
And then from the same creator, Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is definitely worth watching as well. So yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff.
Same guy. What if Dragon Ball Super is just a dream? I would hate it. I hate that. So then it's like, hey, you wasted your time. Fuck you. You know, I don't know if I like that.
No, yeah. If they could wish it back. They could I think MJ was telling me this. I don't want to give away his idea. I think it was him saying that it's possible that the Grand Priest is like, oh, something went terribly wrong with the tournament power, so I'm going to turn around time because he's basically the ultimate angel. So he rewinds it. But no, I wouldn't like that. You need to stick by what they've done.
I agree. Now, yeah, so that was Yu Yu Hakusho. That's what it's called. It's only about 130 some episodes, right?
It's only like 107 episodes.
Yeah, it's not a lot. Yeah, it's easy to watch. Jeremiah says, if Toei wants a money-making movie, I feel that Bardock and or King Vegeta being involved would be a good idea. I dream of Goku and Vegeta meeting them. Well, you're one of those fans, I see. I don't think people care about King Vegeta. I don't think that many fans care about him. I think Bardock would be something that people care about, but not so much King Vegeta. It would have to be some kind of different. It would have to be a really creative story. I think it could be done though. What do you think?
Oh, I think it could be done. It would be hard though, because I think any mention of Bardock or any portrayal of Bardock, like the episode of Bardock we got a couple of years ago, is always going to be put on that level of father of Goku. I don't know what they called it in Japan, but people are going to want him to have the future ability. And then there's also the hero's interpretation where he's a time breaker with the mask and has Super Saiyan 3 and all this other stuff. The fan base puts him over in a huge way. And I don't know if they could legitimately tell a story set in the universe of the show that we know that's as thrilling as people want to see.
Yu Yu Hakusho's 112 episodes. Somebody told me in there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
112, yeah. Let me real quick check my. Oh, hold on. Oh, I see. It's a little bit behind the stream. Yeah, the stream's a little bit laggy. Just letting everybody know. People are asking about Fusion. Are we gonna get Fusion in the final fight? Jiren OP for any one non-god character to beat him? I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna see Vegeta. You know, I don't see it.
I think we're too late. I don't think there's enough episodes yet to do something like that. Even though they have kind of nerfed any type of fusion, it's not going to last very long. I feel like if they were to do that, they would slow down time tremendously and give us a really awesome fight that takes place within like 2 seconds or something like that. But no.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. Christopher Stoltz again. Eric Stoltz's brother. Screw that hater. Despite juvenile fumbles here and there, you've been the pinnacle of Dragon Ball authenticity. What do you mean juvenile fumbles? What is that? Come on. He's asking me if I'm gonna go to SuperCon. I don't think so, bro. I got a lot going on this year. There's a lot going on. What if UI and Vegeta's new form fell under a limit breaker ability category with new abilities for other characters in the future? I've talked about this before, and I think that, yes, I think that it would be cool if there was a different category for these forms that's like, you know, the mastery of self-movement. I don't know if they're going to do that, but it would be a good idea. The games might do it.
I like that idea. I have never even thought about that idea. I love that idea so much. Just giving everyone their own unique transformations, as I know if you've talked about before, is just the best thing they could probably do for any Saiyan or human or anything that can transform in this series.
Ritwick says this money's for your friend. Great, I gotta give you $5 now. I feel bad for reaction channels that solely depend on Super. Me too, because actually a lot of them are my friends, like Jamie. And Jamie was talking about how Super Mecha Frieza, how she's worried about like what she's gonna do with her channel now that Super's over. She's gonna have to react to other anime, but it's just not like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's a different stratosphere.
Mm. Yeah, it's I don't know. I know like reaction channels might be hurting, but I think that they could easily kind of transition into another anime or something like that. Dragon Ball's different. It, like you said, it is different.
Level,
yeah.
How do you feel about Gohan's loss? Did it suck? I think it did. We talked about it earlier, and I got a video coming out Tuesday about it. By the way, folks, tomorrow or later tonight, Future Trunks Arc dubbed episode 1 review. So look forward to that on the channel. It's coming up. You know, all my thoughts on the dub. Goku Black, Sean Schemmel's Goku Black, Eric Vale's Trunks, all that stuff tonight, and the script. I'm going to break it down. Jonathan Villegas says, most random moment that has happened in Super.
It's a good question.
I'm combing my brain right now. I would say when Mr. Satan punched Goku and he flew back, he faked it. That's my most random moment.
This is really kind of a cheat, but I'm gonna shout out Nathan the Frozen Particle. And you have to kind of look at the dub of Dragon Ball Super. But when Goku had the self-referential moment where he's like, Super Saiyan, please? That really kind of irked me, honestly.
That. But that's dub, though. That's dub only.
I know. But that's the only thing I could think of off the top of my head where it's like, I did not like that.
Yeah, well, I liked... nah, you're right. Stuff like that I don't like. Most random moment. I mean, actually, one that's a good one is when... Remember when Black Rose stabbed Vegeta through the chest? That was very unexpected.
Oh yeah, well he was just giving him the beat down, and then it just happened. Man, I don't know. Maybe even though it wasn't really
Trunks'
expected.
rage also. Somebody in the chat said that too.
Somewhat, yeah. That's actually a really good point. Maybe Hit's ability, like when he just ultimately dominated Vegeta, and we didn't know what was going on. That was a huge moment in Dragon Ball Super because that was the first time we were all like on our feet, like what's going to happen next. We don't know because this isn't based off a movie. I think that was the best moment for me. Like unexpected. Oh gosh.
Somebody said Jamie will be fine. Community Gamer said Jamie will be fine. She's passionate and creative. Yeah, I agree, but I'm saying she's worried about it. I think she'll be okay though. I agree with you. All right, Shane Gilroy. Here's a guy who I see all the time. Do you think they'll end DBS they did with the first Full Metal Alchemist, where the series ends, but the movie was the real ending? If they did, does it hurt or help the movie? I can't answer that question yet. We won't know until what next year. Let me give you guys something though, real quick, that I was going to talk about earlier. Let me give you all the timetable of events here. I didn't even get to give you that. So I'm expecting. All right. So real quick, in March we're going to get some kind of preview for the movie, like information from the convention in March in Japan. I'm predicting in July or August we're gonna get our first poster and our first teaser trailer, and I'm predicting in October, November we're gonna get the full trailer along with a bunch of new stuff cranked up till the movie comes out in December. So tons of new stuff coming out later on this year, but I'm just letting y'all know that that's happening. Also, the next Dragon Ball game, right, coming out in 2019 is going to be announced, I'm guessing, in September. And we can't talk about it, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very different kind of game. So, I'm talking about After Fighters. So, we'll see. But I think Dragon Ball fans are going to dig it. We'll see if it's a good game. So, just JC Skies Hosea, think about this. Vegeta takes out Jiren, but it's a double knockout. Then Toppo's left alone with Goku and Frieza, and that'll be interesting. Keep up the great work. It would, but Jiren's the last guy, dude. They've been hyping him up too much.
Yeah, he is. It would be cool to have Jiren just be like a huge red herring as Toppo, as we get to see something in the preview, everyone's going to be focusing on for the next week. It would be really cool if he is the actual main threat, but they've been promoting Jiren way too much to just kind of throw everyone under the bus like that.
Yeah, I agree. Now, here's an off-topic question. Who do you think is winning the Super Bowl? I think the Patriots are going to win. I don't want them to win, but I think the Patriots are going to win.
The Patriots are going to win. I watched both games today, and it's really disappointing to see the Vikings lose. I know a lot of people don't really agree with me here, but I'm Vikings fan because of Case Keenum, and he's from UH, go Cougs, whose house, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was really disappointing. And the Patriots coming back today just really, really made me so mad.
It was, but I'm not even surprised.
No, it's commonplace at this point for them to just have like a super rally at the very end of the game and win.
I'm just not even remotely surprised. So, like, it's just how they do it. 17 doesn't even know who Frieza is, does he? I mean, he knows now. I presume he does because, Dr. Gero or Jero in the dub programmed him with knowledge.
But they didn't know. I mean, like that's the whole Team 4-Star joke, right? They didn't know about Namek. They didn't know about Frieza. But somehow they were stronger than Frieza and Super Saiyan.
Well, I guess weird. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I guess you're right about that. Jero. Well, no, they did know about Frieza because remember, the bug got Frieza's genes for Cell. Or Frieza's cells. Unless 17 was made before Cell. See, we don't know that. We don't know exactly when that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Cut It Out says, do we think that the first SSG was Vegeta's ancestor? I did a video on that called the Vegeta in connection with Yamoshi. Check that out. I covered that. And I'm very proud of that video, so check that video out. We went really in-depth on it. What do you think? I never got your thoughts.
I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts. My personal opinion would be no, but if you're going off of the outline that we saw from Battle of Gods, then I guess it's debatable. I don't know.
That's the only thing we have to go on.
Exactly.
And that was done way before the Moshi storyline was even thought up. So, Toppo eliminates Frieza. 17 gets draw with Toppo using his barrier. Then Jiren eliminates Vegeta. What do you think? I think 17's going out before Frieza. I really believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last three are going to be Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza because Resurrection F trio, bro. C4 Endgame. I thought the most random moment was that God of Destruction popping out of the robot. That was weird, bro. The Moscow Mule or whatever.
But we knew that was going to happen, right? Like, because it had been leaked, and I guess the description on the Toei website or something said that he wasn't a robot. He was just something inside of a mechanical being or something. I don't know about that. I wasn't really too surprised about that.
By the way, people are asking, I do not have a Discord server. I do not have one. And yes, people were asking about that, and including me. I thought it was weird. I thought it was very weird. The most random moment was when 17 broke the norm and letting your opponent power up. I did like that. I actually enjoyed that.
I liked how that was the perfect time to do that, where you realized that the Tournament of Power was going to be completely different. And for what it has been completely different than any other thing in any other fight we've seen in Dragon Ball. It has been all seriousness the entire time. People are fighting to their utmost limits and abilities and even surpassing them. I've really, really enjoyed it.
Ritwick gave me another $5 and he says, give this to your friend who was worried about her channel. Give her the message, good luck from Geekdom's Army. Well, that's very nice of you, bro, and I will tell Jamie that. Hopefully she'll listen to this. So that is it for Super Chat questions. Let's go ahead and talk about the future of Dragon Ball, and I'm going to address some of the questions in the chat. So what do you think is going to happen, bro? Look, I want you to give me no sugarcoat. Give me in the audience what your honest opinion, what do you think is going to happen with the future of Dragon Ball going forward? Like you know, we got the movie this year, then what? Hello? Hello? Oh, great. What the hell, man? He left us, folks. He left us. Let me take that super chat real quick. I have another super chat, and then I'll bring him back in once he comes back. He left. Shit. Okay, anyways. Do you think by Frieza going golden he will run out of time like Goku did? Hang on, let me show you all this. Hold on a sec here. Okay. When fighting Boo, I think that's the reason why Frieza's been selective on who he fights and when he turns golden. You know what? That's a great idea. Like, legit, that's like super great thinking. I didn't even think of that. But then the question is, how would he know? Like, how would Frieza know that it would drain his lifetime? Plus, remember, Golden Frieza does not have the same problems that SS3 Goku had. Frieza has worked on true Golden Frieza now, and he knows how to master that, so I don't think it's going to be the same thing. I don't think it's even remotely close to being the same thing. Okay. I'm trying to get Real to Real back in here, folks. I wanted to get his thoughts on where Super's going to go. Oh, excuse me. Let me put the... he lost his connection here. Somebody's asking, what if they get 3 wishes? No, I don't think they get that. He's going to get 3 wishes because the Super Dragon Balls are 1 wish. So people are asking about Critical. I don't know where Critical's at tonight. He hasn't hit me up. I don't think Critical's around. Super Jan, you miss him. We'll hit him up on Twitter, bro. I think his Twitter is Dragon Box Only. Go to @DragonBoxOnly, and that's how you find him. So I'm looking at the main chat right now. I'm going to keep up with as many questions as I can in the main chat before we bring Real to Real back. Hold on. Let me see if I can... I guess there's a problem. What in the world? Hold on. No, it's... Hold on, I'm trying to bring... Sorry about this. I'm trying to bring Real to Real back. If the manga goes past... Okay, this is a great question here from Marcus T. Let me highlight that question. If the manga goes past the anime, is that a good sign for the return of the series? Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. If the manga goes past the anime, it is a great sign for the return of the series. Let me get Real to Real back in. Yo. All right. Now, technical difficulties here. Somebody asked a great question. They were like, if the manga goes past Tournament of Power, is that a good sign for Super? I think it is. I mean, not guaranteed, but I think it is a good sign.
No, I completely agree with that. I think it is a really good sign that we're going to actually get it. I think Tori Taro could actually make that happen, because he seems really, really passionate about Dragon Ball. He's obviously has a really great working relationship with Toriyama.
Yes.
I think that they could develop it. I mean,
I mean,
Dragon Ball
he's
Super.
got to pass the torch. Even though I don't like Totaro's storytelling, he's got to pass the torch, in my opinion. You know.
Yeah, and Toritaro might actually be working with Toriyama, because Super started with the manga ahead of the series. It would be interesting to get the manga ahead of the series again.
I agree with that. And people earlier were saying, won't that spoil the series a little bit? But the series can always do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, remember when it actually started? We got that episode with Frost, and we got Frost being the bad guy. That was when the manga finally
the
fell
anime
behind.
passed it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And somebody in the chat saying, if the manga surpassed the anime, and will they still do independent interpretations of Toriyama's draft, or will manga become canon in the classical sense? Great question. I don't know the answer, but I'm pretty sure that it's never going to become 100% canon. I hate using the word canon because everybody has their own canon, but I think if they do the anime and the manga, it'll be two different continuities. Because you could even argue that with Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. There's manga continuity and anime continuity. They're similar, but they're not the same exact story. Mm-hmm. Somebody says, "Do you know the way?" So,
no, I agree with you, and it's really whatever you want to see. I know you've talked about this before, but I agree with you. It's like it's whatever anyone wants to interpret from the manga, the anime, the extended universe. Whatever you think is canon, because it doesn't matter for them.
So, all right. This is what I asked you before you left. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, let me answer this first. Okay. So do you think Universe 6-7 went to war in the past? No, but that would be a good story arc for the future. But they kind of screwed that over already, because Beerus and Champa are friends now. So, somebody's asking, shouldn't Goku be too strong for Oob? Well, he is. I mean, he definitely is. It's just, what can you do?
Can I just want to get like a quick word about that. And Super, if Super has done anything, it is established that Oob is still relevant, because it introduced Frieza again, showed that he had this massive potential, got it in 4 months just by training with a rag doll, basically with his soldiers. And then it showed us that 17, being a human, still has enough potential to keep up with all the other Saiyans, to the point where he's even outlasting Gohan in the Tournament of Power. Super has done a lot to reinforce that Oob is going to have a massive amount of potential, and Goku would still be excited for him even after everything that's gone through in Dragon Ball Super. I think, if anything, you could walk away with that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It could be. I mean, we'll see. Got a couple quick super chats here. Ritwick says, what if Universe 3 Hakaishin was in the robot? He could have given it to someone else, control, and sat out. Okay, bro, I have school. Talk to you tomorrow. Well, have a good one. But you're right. He could have given it to somebody else, but I don't think he did that. Hold on. TP9L Liffy says, do you think by Frieza going golden? Oh, no, I already answered that. All right, now this is a question I want to address here. Derek Thomas says, no hate at all, but it seems like you rush to get your reviews out before watching with subs. Seems to sloppy to correct it on the next vid. Well, great question, because I've had this come up a lot. And no, not necessarily. What I do is I watch it on Fuji TV, then I watch it on Crunchyroll that night. Now, sometimes Crunchyroll is a little bit late. We know that. So what I'll do is I'll post up my my review, but I'll talk to my translators. And it's not just Herms. I have 2 different translators. I just found a new one, actually, so I'm going to introduce you guys to that person soon. But anyways, so no, I have translators that help me out, right? And what I usually do is I watch it live and I write down some notes, and then I'll watch it again on Crunchyroll or Verve or whatever, and then write more detailed notes. It's impossible to do that because there's too many things that I say in the reviews that are just, you have to know Japanese to understand, and I get it from the different translators, not just Herms, other people too. So if you think my reviews are sloppy, I respect your opinion, but they kind of are supposed to be, because the purpose of my reviews are to be more like I'm talking to you like you're my friend. Like, my reviews are not super analytical. I have other content that's like that. My reviews are more like, hey, I just watched this and here's what I think. That's how I do it. And I'm not even the best Dragon Ball reviewer. I think Gabby's better than I am. You know, I think I'm more of a historical analytical guy. Like I'm better at covering it like after thinking about it a few times. But my reviews are pretty much like, hey, I just watched this is what I think. That they're not supposed to be super intricate. You know what I mean? They're just for fun. So Ultimate Pissman says in Japanese, Ultra Instinct is called Migate no Gokui, which means master yourself movement. Why do they call it differently in English? Herms explained it to me one night on we had a call privately. He explained it on Twitter as well, and he said a lot, so I can't even give you the entire rundown. But Ultra Instinct, yes, mastery of self movement is a better translation, but Ultra Instinct does fit because they chose to use the word ultra. Like self movement and instinct are very, very similar words, and they went with instinct, you know. And then ultra is, you know, I think Herm said it was gate. He explained the whole thing, dude. Unfortunately, I'm not fluent in Japanese. That's why I have translators. So I couldn't even answer that. You know. So anyways, all right, let's get back to the original topic that we talked about, dude. Okay, Gabby's Mozilla Vulpix. She's really good at doing super reviews. Like I said, I analyzed my super stuff after. Okay, the original question at hand, folks. I was going to ask real to real. What do you think is going to happen? Not what you want to happen. Realistically speaking, what do you think is going to happen with the future of Dragon Ball? How do you think it's going to play out, in your honest opinion, based on what we know right now?
My honest opinion with the future of Dragon Ball, even though it's not what I want, is I think in 2018, as we already have confirmed, and 2019, maybe 2020, maybe summer, they're planning on making movies.
So you think they're going to go to a movie route from now on?
Well, you know, you and I have talked to Dempsey before, and he's a huge advocate for the whole Digimon craze that's been going on. And one of the things they've been doing is producing these 90-minute movies that they separate into 3 episodes, 30-minute episodes, I believe. I'm not a Digimon fan, but that's how he's been kind of interpreting it and reviewing it himself. So, yeah, I think that's what they're going to be doing for the foreseeable futures. That way it's going to be enough material to throw at us and probably also keep it relevant enough for the whole the Olympics coming in 2020, and everything like that. I think it's going to be movies. I would love, just my fandom, I would love to see it come back in 2019 or 2020. If it's going to come back in 2020, if I'm being the most optimistic as possible.
So you don't think it's coming back next year?
I don't see it happening. I do think that after this next movie, there's no way this next movie isn't a huge success. I think they ultimately announce a sequel or some other movie, maybe another movie. You mean like the
Battle of God's Resurrection F, 2 movies, then the series again?
Yes, exactly. Maybe another movie, and the movie jumps off of whatever story thread that the first one created. Maybe very loosely, like Super Saiyan God going up against Golden Frieza, or something like exploring Yamoshi, and then setting that up for another movie that's based in the main storyline of Dragon Ball Super, or Dragon Ball in general, and then going probably past Dragon Ball Z into the future of the series. That's my interpretation.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop you for just a minute. Somebody just donated 10,000 yen. All right, I'm gonna answer this person's question here. Okay, first of all, 10,000 yen's about $90. So I don't even know what to say, dude. Like, I've never had a donation that big. He's from Japan. He says, I just got off work and saw you were live. Thanks for the content. I look forward to when you visit Japan. Glad Dragon Ball's so popular with America as it is in Japan. Arigato. Dude, I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say, dude. Like, dude, that's like $90. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm not even worthy of that. Like, and you know what? Like how and by the way, his name is based on the Final Fantasy 14 character. I don't know what to say about that, real bro, but I wanted to share this also, folks. I am considering going to Japan to see this movie. I've talked about it. I've thought about it. I really have.
I think you should. I told you the other night I think you should.
Yeah, but I'm not going alone. I got to bring all the boys with me. I got to bring Herms, fucking... I know you're not gonna come because you wouldn't tip a canoe, bro. So I know you're not gonna come. You would never come. But I mean, I'm thinking about it. So those of you out there, right? If you want to start saving up, I'm considering doing like a legit like group thing. Like obviously I have 450,000 subscribers, so I'm not going to be able to bring all y'all, but if y'all start saving up, like we might do like a little field trip, like maybe like 30 people and go to Japan to see this fucking thing. I mean, most of us ain't going to understand shit, but who cares? We don't need to you don't need to speak Japanese to understand Dragon Ball, bro. We'll figure it out, all right? Punch, punch, punch,
Exactly. That's fantastic. I want to go myself, but I don't think me. I have my school and everything. But yeah, like
You
holy
also
cow.
wouldn't tip a canoe, bro.
Oh.
All right, so Julian Matthew says, do you think if Super doesn't return but they have a new series that continues from where Super left off, it'll be called Super 2? No, that's not going to be what it's called. Derek Thomas, who asked me about the reviews, thank you for your donation. He says, what do you think about the Women's Royal Rumble? It's going to be a mess, bro. It's going to be a cluster muck. Because some of those girls, not all of them, but some of those girls don't know how to bump, and they have to bump over the top rope. So it's going to be a complete mess, I can't believe this guy donated 10,000 yen, bro. That's
fantastic.
He's in Japan. He's a Japanese fan. Look, if a Japanese fan likes Geekdom 101, bro, then some fat redneck trash who insults me doesn't mean anything to me, bro. Because if the country of origin is cool with my content, then I'm happy, bro. I'm very happy about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel extra special. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's crazy.
Okay, so I did want to tell people it's expensive to go to Japan, but if we start saving up now, it wouldn't be a bad little trip. I don't know much about going there though. I have to look into it, but I'm gonna ask Herms. I'm gonna ask Herms about it because I kind of want him to come with us. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for sure, but what I'm hoping for, real, is I'm hoping. And yes, Community Gamer, you can come with me. I'm hoping that the movie will get a simulcast worldwide, and we'll get like the English dub and the Spanish dub out like within the first couple weeks, not the month after it's out.
My suggestion there, and I don't know how comfortable you're going to be on this because I know you're saving your face reveal and all this other stuff for Kamehacon this May.
Well, I'm not saving it. It's just that I don't have a webcam.
I know.
People
I know.
overthink that. But keep going.
But just going like when you had you did the stuff with Quinn a couple months ago when you went to the cons, you could do that. Like if you were to go to Japan, I think a lot of your subscribers, myself included, would really like to see a vlog, like a whole week worth of vlogs for you, like just having like eating up to
sushi. I'm gonna do what Tom Green did, bro, and I'm gonna freaking fuck around with the Japanese, bro. I'm gonna get one of those little spider monkeys and throw him in my van so he shits everywhere. I'm gonna freaking go on the bus and start being really obnoxious. That's gonna be funny, bro. They're gonna hate me. They kick me out of the country, bro. I will tell you a story, real quick. So those of you who have never been to Japan, which is probably about 99% of y'all, so this is a story about Japan that I find interesting that I think you guys will find interesting too, right? And by the way, this guy said you can buy a $10 camera, take a selfie. I've got pictures of me on Twitter, bro. If you want to see a face reveal, it's on Twitter, brother. I put up my face many times. I'm not hiding it, all right? But anyways, you got to go through my tweets. But anyways, so here's a story. So a buddy of mine went to Japan last year, and he was telling me about like how in Japan, basically there are places in Japan that gaijin are not allowed to go in. In other words, you have to be a Japanese person, I guess you can say. Like you have to be a Japanese person to be in there because it's run by the Yakuza. It's run by the Japanese mafia. And one of my friends tried to sneak in there. And here's the funny thing, all right? So here's the thing about my friend. He usually dresses very casual. He wears like ripped jeans and like a leather jacket like it's the freaking 50s. And he shows up in Japan, everybody's wearing a business suit. Because in Japan, everybody dresses very like, senpai, with a business suit and whatnot. And he felt so out of place and embarrassed. But it was just funny because so he tries to go into this Yakuza place, not knowing what it is. Right? He didn't know. Because there was a sign that says, no American. But he didn't read it. So he tries to walk in. See, somebody said Draven. See, it is Draven. See, some people here listen. And Draven, yeah, it's my co-host of the KLB. And he's like, no American. No American. Get out. Get out. And he got so scared, bro, because these are these big Yakuza guys with tattoos all over their bodies and like pocket knives. And they, you know, you don't want to fuck with the Yakuza, bro. You don't want to fuck with them. So, nah. So, okay, somebody just donated $50, bro. Jesus. Seth X Geekdom 01 Namek 01 Yard Rat. That's a wacky name. Don't miss my message this time, my boy. Sorry, I got no question. I wanted to donate to the cause. Been watching since the beginning. Peace, my boy. Thank you, Seth X Geekdom. I don't know if you're talking about Seth the programmer, but maybe one day he'll be back. I really appreciate that donation, dude. I really do.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Trucker Jack said this happened to me in the Navy, bro. I guess people have been there. The Yakuza thing. I can't go to Japan by myself though, real bro, because I don't know how to read katakana, so I'll just die over there, dude.
I had the same problem. I mean, when you and I first started talking, this was like 2 years ago, honestly. For anyone who's listening, I want to. Can I reiterate? Not to just continuously, you know, stroke you, but
oh, keep going, bro. Yo, hold on a minute. Seth X Geekdom just gave me another $50. Hit up Maria for me. You know how it is. I'm a grown man. Wait a minute now, bro. Hold on a minute. I appreciate your donation, but when it comes to Maria, you gotta make sure you freaking, you gotta make sure you you stay on your side of the Mason-Dixon line, bro. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. But no, keep going, bro. You go. I'm gonna tweet out about how this dude literally donated $90.
Oh gosh, it was 100 at this point.
No, not him. Well, besides him, I'm gonna tweet about the 10,000 yen. But thank you though for the $50. Dude. I'm just kidding. I'll talk to Maria about you. She's there. Maria's in the call right now, dude. Hold on. Maria's in the chat right now, bro. Bro, Maria is in the chat right now. Not in the chat with me, but I mean she's in the chat, the live chat. So definitely say hi to her, bro. Maybe do you think we could bring her in here?
You can. Is she a part of?
Hold on. Stand by. Okay. Well, first of all, okay, make your point, and I'll look and see. Don't say a part of anything, bro. She ain't a part of nothing, bro. Hold on. Let me ask her if she's around, bro. All right. Keep going.
So basically, like, yeah, like when you and I first met, at least on this platform, when you, because you'd been around for a long time, and it was like one of the inspirations for me to start my channel. But you started taking notice, and we started talking a little bit. I actually went to Japan.
By the way, real quick, another $20 donation from Sex. Bro, what? I'm sorry. What the hell do you do for a living, bro? This man must be like bro, he's probably like Suge Knight's lawyer or something, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have this kind of money. Thank you again. It means a lot. But keep going.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Give him some spotlight. Like, definitely give him some spotlight. That's a lot of money, bro.
That's a lot of money, dude. I appreciate it. I don't know what I can do to pay you back. I don't know what to do, bro.
Exactly.
This guy says I actually have a crush on Maria. First of all, everyone has a crush on Maria, but I'll bring her in here in a minute. But keep going. Tell me your story.
Please do. So yeah, like I actually went to Japan, like you said. Like I don't speak a lick of it. I did it for 2 years in high school because my high school actually covered it, and I have a history of this. You know, like Japanese exchange students in my house and all this. But at the same time, like I finally went. My sister is borderline fluent. So she went with us, and she was the only reason we all survived because she knew how to talk to people. She knew what she was doing. She had been there before and all this other stuff. It would be kind of scary to go there alone because even though, and it's true, a lot of them do speak English.
Yeah,
they're better at it than us that have like the English or second language. But even still, they look at you. There's a lot of stuff that's really disrespectful that we as Americans don't bat an eye towards. It's disrespectful.
Yeah. Like I'll tell them real quick. Like, for example, if you donate, if you tip, the Japanese will not take tips, dude. So if you go out to a restaurant and you tip, they won't take they won't take it. They won't they will run out the door and give it back to you.
Yeah. That's absolutely true. And they also look at you strange. It's actually not socially acceptable to walk around and eat or drink something. So
yeah, so you talk like in public?
Yeah, like in public, if you're like, because everyone walks everywhere. And so like I'm sitting there and we go to, and there's 7-Elevens everywhere. You know, for everyone who's sitting there, like we have like everyone making the 7-Eleven jokes for you know, for Dragon Ball Super, you know, Universe 7 versus Universe 11. There's 7-Elevens on every street corner in Japan, at least from where we were in the real urban area. So yeah, like you go in there, you buy something to eat along the way. You can't walk around and eat it. My sister stopped us. She's like, no, you can't do this. Like they really find it very disrespectful. So like we had to stop and sit down and eat stuff that's just on the go. It was really weird. They have a lot of these
vending
things.
machines, right? Correct?
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of vending machines. And you know what's funny there? Like, you know, what is it? Tommy Lee Jones is huge over there because I forget what the coffee brand is.
Looks like it's imploding onto itself.
But Tommy Lee Jones is huge over there because he's a coffee brand icon. I mean, huge. Every street corner you could find Tommy Lee Jones on a coffee can. It's crazy.
That's ridiculous, bro. Yeah,
It's
Miss
funny.
DBZ babies, Maria. Is she around? Let me see if she's around. Oh wait, I think she is around. Is your mic working?
Mine?
No, hers.
Or hers?
No,
Oh,
yours is working.
she's here. She's here.
Yeah, but I'm asking if her mic.
Oh, it's muted.
Oh, hello, Maria.
She's in the call. She's in here, but she's muted.
I can't believe it. I'm here. I can't believe Vegeta's about to fight Toppo. I hope he kicks his ass. And I can't wait to see him go back.
Hey, what do you say?
I didn't say nothing. What are you talking about?
Are you talking about Vegeta?
Vegeta. I can't
No,
wait for him to go back and see Bulma.
Oh, if it happens, who knows at this point?
Well, they have to go back and go meet their families again. They got to give us that big thing.
They better. I'm gonna have a bone to pick with them.
Miss DBZ baby's in the call, and this guy, listen, Maria, this guy.
All right, I was on and off with the stream, and then I came back right when you talked about Japan. Then I saw that donation. I was like, whoa.
Well, yeah, the 10,000 yen was crazy, and then he upped that by doing $120 in a row. He says, hit up Maria for me. You know how it is. I'm a grown man. Well, you have to be a grown man to have that kind of money, bro. I mean, unless you're that crafty that you're going to be taking your parents' credit cards and whatnot.
I mean, he does have a Vegeta avatar. That's pretty good for me.
I mean, he gave me
that's a plus.
He donated $120.
That is very generous.
Is there any way you could, like...
That's awesome.
Is there any way you could, like... you know, maybe do a little favors for him. You know, show him a good time. GFE girlfriend experience.
Is he going to Kamehacon?
Are you going to Kamehacon? Seth X Geekdom 01 Namek 01 Yard Rat. If you are going to Kamehacon, Maria will. I mean, I don't know what she's gonna do for you, bro. But if you bring some of them stacks, bro. If you bring some of them stacks, bro, she'll, you know. Yeah. I can't say it because it's illegal in most states, but she'll, you know. Stay in Shinobi says, I love you, Maria. Do you know that guy? Because I've seen him before. Maria? Did we lose Maria? Maria? What the hell's going on? What the hell just happened?
July.
Yo, what just happened? I lost you.
You lost it. I don't know.
Your stream, you actually dropped out of the server.
Oh, what about the stream? Is it still up?
Yeah, it's still up. It's still up. I just checked it, and there's the delay, so obviously you're probably being recorded, but we weren't.
Let me let them know here. Technical difficulties. I apologize.
Uh-oh. No, you're fine. You got back. You came back, I think.
All right. So, anyways, okay. So, what did you say, Maria, about whatever you said?
That it was a joke. Don't take it seriously, people.
Wait, what joke?
You know the joke that you just said.
The stuff we can't talk about.
Oh well, if he brings those stacks though, I mean,
the money isn't everything. Sorry.
What if he brings you money with Vegeta's picture on him?
That's weird.
I like how this guy says it's a DBS discussion stream, no talk of DBS. Well, maybe if you heard the past 2 motherfucking hours, you'd hear nothing but DBS, brother. You know, forgive me for going off topic for what, 5-10 minutes after 2 fucking hours of talking about Dragon Ball Super. Bro, guess what? I'm gonna hit y'all with some real shit right now. Dragon Ball Super is not my life, okay? I like Dragon Ball Super, but it's not my life. I like other things,
Yeah.
like Maria, for example. No,
Yeah,
but,
we don't talk about Dragon Ball all the time.
but
Come on now.
Vegeta, I talk about Vegeta. Vegeta's my life. Basically, Seth X Geekdom 01 Namek Yardrat Earthling. If you show up dressed like Vegeta, you might get something, bro. So there you go. Somebody says, okay, he says, I know Gogeta's non-canon, but the fusion dance is canon. Why can't Goku and Vegeta just fusion dance? They can. I mean, he's right. Like I've always said, when it comes to like, somebody's asking what I consider doing what ifs. I've already done what ifs, bro. Go to my channel and type in what if discussions. I've already got them. What I was gonna say was, yes, I don't like using the word canon, but I feel like, when it comes to Gogeta, I've always referred to him as theoretical canon. And so it's one of those things where, yes, he exists, but we haven't seen him in the manga or in Super or anything, but I think he still exists. So that's the way I've always seen it. You know what I mean by theoretical canon? It's like, look, like Yamcha, like Tiancha, the fusion of Yamcha and Tien, or whatever, Tencha, it's real, it's just we've never seen it before, you know? Somebody asked when I'm going to impregnate Maria, by the way. She doesn't want to have any kids, bro.
Nah.
She's going to end up, she needs to get them tubes tied, though, brother. My pull-out game is weak. Pull-out game is not strong, bro. My
That's something
game,
to announce.
my
It's not Ultra
pull-out game
Instinct.
is almost as bad as Donnie's. You get that joke.
Because he's my boy.
I know. I haven't talked to him in a while. Somebody's asking who's going to win the Women's Rumble. Is it going to be Asuka? It could be. This guy, Stefan Tessa, keeps he's constantly spamming. Stop spamming, dude. Frieza will... I couldn't even read... Slacker deleted his freaking thing. Don't spam, bro, and I'll read it, all right? Greetings from Saudi Arabia. Wow. Saudi Arabia.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that they even had internet out there, bro. I know that sounds stupid, but I never knew that. Do you have a crush on me anymore, Geekdom? From Gaming Bentley. I don't even know who you are, bro. But then again, I don't know half the women, freaking on there. Ricardo, I need to use your platform. Can you just a second announce flu season's an epidemic? We need people to stay at home. Yeah, I don't know, but stay at home. Can you do more interpretations of Maria's voice? I mean, I don't know. I might piss her off.
No, I don't care.
I can't wait to see the dub with Chris Sabat. Oh, but that reminds me, because I already did my review, which is going up tomorrow. What did you think about the Future Trunks arc dub?
Me so far?
Episode 1, episode 47 from this past weekend.
I mean, we didn't get too much with Trunks Mai and Goku Black, but it was fine. It was decent. I didn't know how I was gonna like Mai, but she turned out fine.
Whoa!
This is also the same...
Sorry, go
What?
ahead. No, you go ahead. We'll talk about
what?
it.
Did you
What?
see that donation?
What? Whoa!
I'm not ready for that.
I'm not ready either, dude. But keep going.
I just wanted to say the same is Colleen Klinkenbeard, who did 18 for Kai, which I did not like her voice too much in that version. But for Mai, I do like how she handled it.
You did, so you do like her as Mai?
Yes. I didn't like her too much as 18, but Mai is good. She sounded more natural, I think. I don't know.
By the way, guys, Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I wanted to real quick give you guys a quick, real quick plug, all right? Because one of my boys just DM'd me during the stream, and he's a really, really good artist. Actually, let me put the chat back on, because I actually don't have the chat on. My bad, guys. My bad on this one. I didn't even know I didn't have the chat on. My apologies. I thought I forgot to put it back on, so I apologize for that, all right? Now you should see the chat on your screen. I want to give a quick plug to my buddy Azure Nimbus right here. This gentleman just finished a thumbnail for me, which I'm not going to reveal because it's going to give away the video. I want y'all to check this dude out, right? It's at Azure Nimbus, AZURE_Nimbus. He does custom art, and he's really, really good at it. and I want y'all to check him out. I'm on his Twitter right here, and hit him up for commissions because he's very talented. And if you want custom Dragon Ball art, this man is really, really good. We have so many incredible artists in our fandom, including you, Maria.
I mean, thanks.
We have a lot, and you have a different style too. See, I like the fact that everybody has like a different style.
Yeah,
you know, I like that.
More chibi-esque, cutesy.
Yeah, you're more chibi. And then you have Olympia, who's like right like Toriyama.
Oh, she's my favorite.
She's awesome. And then we have Tomislav, who has that kind of dark style. Then we have like a Sean, who has that like kind of shady kind of not shady like bad, but like shady like with shades. What happened to Real to Real?
A dark tint.
We lost Real to Real.
Oh, he left too? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Bring it back.
Oh, no. I'm going to see where he's at. Well, anyways, so this guy donated $150, bro. Holy shit. Like $150. Gabe Apise. Hey, Geek, sorry if you've already talked about this, but I just joined the stream. My question is, do you think they're going to cuck Vegeta again? He must know you're on the call. Or do you think they're going to give him Ultra Instinct or show that his new form is equal to it? All right, I'm going to ask you this question, and I want you to disconnect yourself from being a Vegeta fangirl and just really think about what's going to happen. I think this new form, my opinion, is a bridge to Ultra Instinct, but he's not going to get it right away. They're going to hold off on that. I think this form is stronger than Kaioken 20 Goku. Probably a lot. But not quite Ultra Instinct. I don't think he's going to cuck. I think when Jiren does eliminate him, I think it's going to be a good, shocking, badass elimination. Or maybe Vegeta will do something and it'll end up like costing him or something. What do you think? What do you think about that? Hello? You're kidding me, bro. Come on. Where's everybody at right now? Where the hell did they go? No, there's no spoilers for 126 and 127 yet. Give it a few days. There's no spoilers. Maria? Oh, jeez. I think it's my internet, actually. I think my internet's cutting out, guys. Hold, Maria. Miss DBZ, babe. Hang on a minute. I'm having some technical difficulties. Hold on. All right, I'm still here, by the way, guys. It's just that there's some outages going on. There's some. Can y'all still hear me? Let me know in the chat if you guys can still hear me. I don't know if I'm live yet. Let me hear if I can hear myself. I didn't even know I didn't have the chat on. My apologies. Let me see. Y'all can hear me real quick. I'm here, by the way. I just want to know if you guys can hear me. Still hear me? Let me know in the. Okay, I guess I'm still live. Okay. Yeah, some technical difficulties there, folks. My apologies on that. We just had some difficulties, but we're still live. So okay, everybody can hear me. Okay, good. I'm gonna try and bring Maria back here shortly. All right, so just give me a quick second. So just a real quick recap. Tomorrow on the channel, I'm going to give you guys my review for episode 47 dubbed. So you guys can hear my thoughts on Eric Vale as Trunks and also Sean Schemmel as Goku. A lot of folks have been asking me, hey, is Schemmel going to do the Rosé voice like British for the episodes of Super? And I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, but I can tell you that in Fighters, it's there, but it's definitely toned down. So it's definitely there without question. Ritwick is saying use the original Takahashi shot, not filtered. Well, I mean, I don't have it on me right now, dude. So Seth X Geekdom gives me $1. That's kind of wacky, considering what you gave me before. I'm not worried about the animation. I think the finale of the series, the last few episodes, are going to have good animation. I really do. They might cut the budget. I don't think so. I really don't. But I don't think it'll be a problem. I really don't. Real quick, give me a minute to see if this is working. All right, this is all fucked up. I'm still here, by the way, folks. It's just that we're having some technical difficulties trying to get everybody back on. Okay. Well, whatever. It'll just be me now. Yeah. Anyways, I'm still taking super chats, by the way, folks. But I'm still gonna answer your questions. Are we going to see some Naruto content? I have to watch Naruto first, bro. I am considering it though. Let me get you guys' thoughts on this idea. I thought about covering Naruto the manga and doing like going by manga chapters and reviewing them one by one, like what Manga Historian does. I thought about doing that, and yes, I am going to continue to do. All right, let me answer some questions here. The content on this channel is not going to go anywhere. I'm still going to do manga chapter reviews. I'm still going to do tons of super content, and I'm still going to do like classic episodes of Super or of Dragon Ball. So there's going to be lots of stuff, and there's going to be a lot of new things coming. I'm considering it. Again, My Hero Academia is what I'm seeing next as far as, my next series will probably be My Hero. And I don't know about Attack on Titan. Like, I'm considering all that. When One Punch Man comes out, I will be covering that too. And somebody's asking me my favorite Gundam. I like 0083. That's the one I like. What are the chances of the Z Fighters' memories being wiped with the Super Dragon Balls or some kind of divine intervention making the events irrelevant? Well, me and Real to Real discussed that before, and it is possible. Like, that is something that is possible. I said it as a joke, but there you go. People are saying to do OG Dragon Ball manga reviews. I may do that. I may do. There's a lot of stuff that we have to cover. So, there's just a lot of stuff that we have left to cover for Dragon Ball that hasn't been covered yet. Like, I'm telling you, I have videos. There are, like, side manga, and there are, like, things that have never been, there are things that have never been covered in Dragon Ball anywhere on YouTube that I want to talk about. I mean, some rarities that I think you guys will enjoy. Yes, I have seen Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star. I have Cowboy Bebop on Blu-ray. Hold on. Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, I might do Hunter x Hunter. I might. All this stuff is in consideration. My Hero is going to be the first one, right, that I'll cover, and we'll go from there. So, but it'll probably be not. It's not going to be like a weekly thing unless we get new episodes. What do you think about Earthling fusions? I think they could happen. I'm surprised everybody likes Hunter x Hunter so much. I mean, I'm really not, because it is a good show. We'll do a review on Devilman Crybaby. That's coming. That's definitely coming. You're going to get that. Let's see here. So, when are we going to get an Oob arc? Bro, Dragon Ball Super's ending, dude. It ain't going to be... maybe never. This guy says, I work for Funimation and you humiliated me on Twitter. No, you don't work for Funimation, buddy. I know for a fact that you don't. I know who works there and you don't. Don't lie. You're not going to get one over on me, dude. Let's see. Compare Killua's UI versus UI, right? Have you caught Devilman yet? No, but I'm going to soon. I have a lot of things on my mind. I've also got to do I'm going to be doing a... Oh, wait, let me answer that question. Yes, the Tournament of Power might run out of time, then it'll be a draw. Yes, Neko Majin Z will be covered. Thank you. Yes, we will be covering that. No, we'll see. I'm going to start with My Hero, like I said, and I'm going to be doing some stuff about Go Nagai soon, too. I can't cover One Piece because it's too long. I'll have to catch up. Mr. Saints fan says, have you seen ReZero? I have not seen ReZero, actually. I have not seen it. Where's my wife, Maria? Lost connection, bro. Do you think Goku will use Dragon Fist? Not in Super. Can't wait for My Hero Academia coverage. Yeah, no, I'll cover it for sure. Can I get a shout out? Yes, shout out to J Crack the Crack Spitter. Attack on Titan, maybe. Full Metal Alchemist. I have to finish it. Do you have a girlfriend? I have many girlfriends, brother. Let's see. What time is it right now? It's 2:25 in the morning. Yeah, it's late. This is a late. Maria is thick. Is Maria thick? Yes, Maria is very thick. And yes, I have seen Trigun, but it's been years. Dragon Ball Spanish dub comparisons. Not enough of my audience speaks Spanish, so it's not gonna work. Unfortunately, it just wouldn't work for a big audience. But like I said, I'm still doing Dragon Ball content because there's a lot of Dragon Ball videos, a lot that have not been covered yet. Do you think Casserole will get a transformation? No, I do not. Is SS4 weaker than Blue? Yes. Oh, Real to Real donated to... Why? Why would you do that? Come on, bro. Why did he donate $10, bro? Yes, I am going to play Fighters. And I'm probably going to start by covering the Fighters storyline and then go from there. Shout out to Jamar Hatton. Yes, I'm going to check out My Hero. I'm probably going to watch Season 1 and Season 2. I'm going to binge watch it most likely. Are you open to art submissions through Twitter? I will be soon. I'll tweet it out whenever the time comes, bro. What's your name and how big is your cunt? That's old school, bro. My name is Keisha and my cunt ain't very big. Reviews for the Dragon Ball Z side movies, OVAs and such, all that stuff is coming. There's a lot to talk about. I'm telling you. No, I am not going to MegaCon this year. Just letting you know about that. That's not happening this year. Possibly in the future. We'll see. Possibly next year, but not this year. Kamea Con's going to be eating up most of my con time this year. Plus, I have to go to Mexico at some point because one of my friends is getting married. And, yeah. You should review Dragon Ball AF. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because the next Dragon Ball In Depth is well, not maybe not the next one, but one of the ones I have planned is that. How do you feel about Seth the Programmer? I like him. He's been on my channel before. You know, he's an acquired taste to some, but he's good. I have no issue with him at all. Captain Kush, you're gonna like My Hero. I think so. 1v1. Wait, James Hansen's in there? And that's the real James Hansen, I think. 1v1 me on Zenkai Battle 2020 in Japan. You'll kick my ass, bro. We'll see, though. I'm Hispanic, thank you. Well, so am I, bro. I mean, I am, too. You know, but I mean, I don't have enough of a Hispanic audience. You know what I'm saying? This guy says, suck a fat blue dick. I mean, why does that have to be blue, bro? Like, that's kind of racist. I want to suck what I want to suck. All right, let me get the super chat here. Where do you believe Super will go if it comes back in 2018? P.S. I love your videos. Keep up the good work, man. It's not coming back in 2018, but it might come back in 2019, in which case I think it'll probably pick up after the end of Z. That's all that makes logical sense to me, and that's what's going to happen. So that's all that's going to happen, dude. That's all that's going to happen. Hang on a quick second. Let me make sure that my... I'm gonna put the chat back on the screen here in a minute. Hold on. Okay. Back on. We've been getting this question a lot here. Is a new Dragon Ball show possible after Super? Yes. Not just possible, I think very likely. Have you ever thought about reviewing video games for your second channel? I actually almost did, and I never got around to it. I was gonna review Mario Odyssey. It's pretty awesome. Let's see here. Oh, I had a good question there. Oh, thank you for Broku. Thank you for that donation. I think that UI is too pushy as beers don't have it. Somebody asked me a question I wanted to answer here. Should Super tie into GT? It's not possible. It just can't right now. Oh, I lost the question. Damn it. Okay, this is a good one. What do you think is the worst part of Super's abrupt ending? The fact that there's too many loose ends. You know, too many stuff that hasn't been tied. I notice you, Ernie. Don't worry about it. Should I pre-order Fighters or see if it's good first? If you like fighting games, you're going to like Fighters, bro. I mean, that's... You know, but it's up to you. I mean, it just depends on how much, you know, income you have. One Piece says, any thoughts on reviewing Tokyo Ghoul? Hadn't thought about it. Maybe. Who do you think or want will win the Russia 2018 World Cup? Don't know anything about it. Do you mostly script your videos? I actually don't. I use bullet points. I used to. Who do you think's more of a legit god? Goku because of the ritual, or Vegeta because of his ascension without it? I think neither one. I don't think anyone. I think they cancel each other out. Do you think there'll ever be another Tenkaichi Budokai Tenkaichi game released? Probably not. Is this the longest stream you've ever done? Maybe. I haven't kept track of the time. I don't even know how long. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, brother. Holy moly, this is very long. Is Yu Yu Hakusho coming back? There supposedly is a special coming out with Yu Yu Hakusho. So it is very possible. Do you think Super might be considered non-canon in the future? Well, it already is to some people, bro. There is no canon in Dragon Ball. I don't care what anybody tells you. There is no canon. You make up your own canon. Outside of the original manga, there you go. Cover High School DxD. It's ecchi. Well, maybe. It's different. It's very different than the stuff I cover. Why do you think that Sean Schemmel went with the British accent with Goku Black? I don't know, but I'm guessing what happened is that the director had told him to do it, and he went with it. Did I miss a super chat? Let me real quick make sure. Oh, wait, I did miss one from Dang It. I'm sorry. I apologize, dude. I totally missed this. I knew I missed it, okay? I ain't rich, but it's something. Well, no, I appreciate that. Thank you. I apologize for not getting to it till now. If Disney bought Fox and Fox had rights to Dragon Ball Evolution, then is it possible for Disney to make a live-action movie remake that won't suck? Well, I don't think if they... Okay, Disney only has distribution rights. I've talked about this a million times. They can't put a movie out without Toei. They can't. As far as it being... Is it possible for a live-action movie to happen again? It's possible, yes. I'm guessing this time it'll have more Toriyama and Toei involvement, but I don't think it's going to be a remake. He's saying a live-action movie remake. It'll probably be something totally different. I hope they don't do that. I hope they stick with animation, because live-action Dragon Ball movies just don't work for me. In my opinion, I don't think they could be that they're that good. So, it's just... It's hard to do one right, because most people in Hollywood don't understand Dragon Ball. Hell, people who watch Dragon Ball don't understand Dragon Ball. So it's just one of those things where, there you go. Raw 25 review. I might do it on World of Geekdom. So, I think Real to Real might be back. Just bear with me for 1 second, guys. I'm going to bring him back in here. Stand by. Stand by here for a moment. I'm going to see what I can do. Hang on a second. Yes, I might watch JoJo, because everybody wants me to watch JoJo. Just give me a minute. Okay, stand by.
I sent him a message in all caps.
There you go again, bro. Back in my stream.
There he is.
Oh wait, huh? What do you mean?
That's your second appearance.
How bad?
I mean,
I got a question for you, bro. Get out.
Spencer Hanson wants to know, why does Vegeta look like time machine fuel? Dragon Ball Super likes the color blue a lot, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I like blue.
well, of course I do, because Vegeta always wears blue and his blue fucking hair and royal blue.
For days.
Old Kai unlocked Gohan's full power, so no rage boost. I don't know, dude. They never said he couldn't rage boost again. Did they say that?
No.
Yeah.
Well, no. He said like your potential's there, so you don't have to turn into Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2.
That's
and then
what he said, yeah.
And then Super was like, no, that's just like a form in and of itself. So it's just weird.
Somebody asked if I've ever been to Montana. Never been there. Thank you, Seth X Geekdom, 1 Namek, 1 Yard. He's donating dollars now. So I wanted to ask you, Maria, since we already got Real to Real's thoughts here.
Okay.
Your honest opinion. I want you to think.
Thinking me?
But I'm just a girl.
I just like Vegeta. That's all I know.
No, I'm okay. But your honest opinion. What do you think's gonna happen with Dragon Ball? Real to Real's thinking they're gonna go to a movie format and then maybe come back to a TV show in 2 years. What do you think?
What's gonna happen after the movie?
Well, sort of. What do you think is actually gonna happen in the future of Dragon Ball? Next, 5 years, let's say.
Oh my god.
Like, not what you want.
Well, it's not ending, that's for sure. They
Not
can't
what you
end it
want,
officially.
just what you
Not
think.
what I want.
What you think's gonna happen?
Well, they're gonna have more games. They're gonna have more merchandise because that never ends. A new series? I don't know. I can't really say. I mean, Super did real well. I mean, if they get their acts together and write, some good stuff, take a breather, take a break. I would like to see
Somebody said that Super
more
gonna come back when the dub catches up. Toei does
That's
not.
not
They don't
true.
care about the dub.
It has nothing to do with the
They
dub.
can care less
Don't
about the
worry
dub,
about
to be
the dub.
honest.
Nah. At least the dub can keep us entertained until the movie.
But it's just the same shit over again, though. We've
I
already seen
know. Well, I mean, I don't mind.
But
the
we get to
digital
hear
promo
Vegeta
parts.
in English.
Yeah.
I think the girl is drunk or sleepy. Talking about you.
No, I'm not drunk or sleepy. I don't drink.
Irish
Straight edge.
BGS, thank you for your donation. Theory. Uh-oh. As you
Mm-mm.
stated, Jay could have won already, but has chosen not to. Jiren, okay. Based on his actions and comments about G and V, Goku and Vegeta, it seems like he's watching their progress, trying to push them further to help him fight the real enemy. That would have been a great, great idea if Super wasn't ending. That's the problem.
Yeah, there's only six episodes.
There's like 6, 7
Like,
episodes.
what can we do
There's
now?
7
It's
episodes. 7
a
episodes.
little depressing.
The thing I want to jump off here, where you and I were talking the other night with MJ, and he was saying, I wanted to end with a cliffhanger, and that was MJ's
No.
interpretation. If anyone is interested, it's like, I want to end it with a cliffhanger because then we know it's coming back. And I think you made a good point. It's like Dragon Ball has never ended with a cliffhanger. It's always ended open-endedly with like kind of a nice
It's a
book
happy
end.
ending.
I want a happy ending though.
So no, the one thing that's been making me mad about people are like, oh, you're like your theories or all these speculations just useless. Like everything after the turn of power is useless. The thing is like, yeah, you're saying that all in hindsight. Like we really thought, and I think the majority of the community thought that Dragon Ball was going to go beyond this because
Yes, for sure.
This is shocking. This is absolutely shocking that it's ending. And obviously we still have the movie and probably potentially other movies and other series to look forward to along with games and everything else. But yeah, like we all thought it was going to go towards the end. So this theory would have been awesome and worth discussing if we knew it wasn't going to end in like less than 10 episodes.
Exactly. Before we knew for sure, and there were hints, but before we knew for sure, we could just speculate on whatever. You don't know. I mean, nobody knows. Should Goku defeat Jiren solo? I think it's going to happen. If you like art, check out my Facebook, Kai Studios. I've been drawing Dragon Ball content since I was 6. Check him out, folks, if you have Facebook, Kai Studios. See, that's smart. If you're going to do a donation, if you're going to donate on my channel, right, on a super chat, you should plug something because then you're going to get a plug,
A free shout out.
That's right. Well, it's not free.
It's not free, but a shout out on stream.
I just shouted out Azure Nimbus, and he just donated. Bro, you didn't have to donate. I gave you love so that you can get customers. I guess maybe you already got one, bro. And honestly, really happy you enjoyed the piece that much. I genuinely appreciate the support. I want to support you back in some way. I feel like you're really deserving more positive attention. Well, I get haters once in a while. I want to tell a story about that real quick here in a minute, but I'm good. I had this guy today on Twitter. Very interesting. So the dude was talking trash about me for the past few days. And so I pretty much just asked him straight up. I was like, because he's an artist, right? And I asked him, I was like, so what's like your problem with me, dude? Like, because like it was weird. It was like I just, instead of being like, the usual smart ass that I am and just being like kind of like, like fuck this guy, I thought about like actually reaching out to him and kind of trying to talk to him. Because it was just weird why he kept hitting me up, like saying bad things about me, bad things. And then he like did this thing where he was like, dude, like, because I'm jealous. Like he like admitted that, and I've never had somebody ever admit that to me. And I even told him, I go, what are you jealous about, bro? You're this great artist. You have talent that I could never have. Like, there's no reason. We're gonna get into real life stuff here for a minute. There's no reason for anybody to be jealous of anybody else. Jealousy is a real emotion, and people go through it. But when you really think about it, you have no reason to be jealous of somebody else because you're good at something that they'll never be good at. And I'm never going to be an artist. I'm never, ever, ever going to have that talent. It's just not one that I have. And that dude has it. And I'm not jealous of him, but I respect his talent. And that's the thing is that, if you see somebody out there who's doing good, doesn't mean you can't do good. Maybe you're going to do good in something else, in a different, path. You know, if that makes sense. It was just weird. Like, I'm only talking about it because of how weird it was. Like, the dude was like, yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, I apologize. It was so weird, bro. Like, because it's rare that somebody flips like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. I had if we're talking real stuff, like when I was in high school,
Too real.
yeah, like way too real. Like when I was in high school, my coach, I was in cross country. My coach was like, "Hey, you're not good at this. You're never gonna be good at anything in your life." Like he literally said that to me. Like, no, every day. And that's like, don't let anyone who's listening to this who needs this right now, don't let anyone say that to you ever, because they're not right. They're like literally there just to like bring you down, because you're better, like you said, at something that they're not. And you'll find your path eventually if you keep working for it, if you know that you're worth something. And it's always important to remember that.
Yeah, because here's the thing about jealousy, right? Real quick. Jealousy is an emotion that's based on lack of self-esteem. That's where it comes from. So obviously at some point in your life you felt that you were inadequate with something, and understand that maybe you were, but that doesn't mean that you're not adequate or beyond adequate at something else. So there's your little motivational speech for the day, dude. Like, look, when I was born, there was no YouTube. I didn't think I was going to be doing this. I didn't think I was ever going to talk about Dragon Ball for a living. And then here we are. Like, you never know how many twists and turns life's going to give you. And I'm just trying to tell everybody this, dude. Like, you know, right now, you might have a set goal in life, and then something comes along and you just twist. And you're like, wait, I want to do that instead. I want to do this. You know, a lot of kids want to do YouTube, but if YouTube blows up in a couple of years and just dies out, it's dead, you know, or Twitch or whatever. You never know. I'm just saying you never know, and you always want to keep your eyes open because you never want to give up on that. So, Meme SSJG says, what do you think we'll do in the last episode? I think Goku will put on his blue gi, brother, from End of Z. I keep saying that.
I would like it.
Die.
Gosh, no, I would like that. I really think so. There's a filler episode from Dragon Ball Z that I think would make a perfect end cap or something.
Please don't tell me
similar
it's the bird egg one.
Yes, it's the bird egg one. That's perfect though, because like it's everyone getting together. Like as much as I'd like to see Goku put on his blue gi, I think we need to see everyone getting together one last time. It's just always a perfect ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Usually nice background music, and then Bulma kisses Vegeta. Woohoo!
Oh my gosh.
And then she doesn't have to talk.
They need to
Doesn't
do
talk.
the
It's
next show.
Nice music.
They need to
Super
do a
cute.
porno for the next show. I'll watch that hentai. The conception
you
of
just go to
bra.
Tumblr.
They
Stop.
gotta bring fashion
Uni
back.
bra, like walking to Vegeta.
It would be adorable.
He's so cute.
Irish BGS
Adorable.
says the next arc maybe if it comes back. He's talking about the question he asked earlier. Like, and yeah, I agree. If they do come back, that idea with Jiren training Goku could happen. I mean, me and Real to Real did a video called The Next Arc of Super. And I know it seems very irrelevant now, but we talked about that idea of Goku being a Pride Trooper. This guy says Ultra Instinct Goku or Limit Breaker Vegeta for MVP. No, Vegeta's gonna be the MVP. He's gonna be him and nobody else. So we already know your
He's
answer.
my MVP.
I don't know. I think we'll find out in a couple weeks. Broku says, love it when you stream, gotta go to sleep. Yeah, we've been going for a while tonight. This is the longest stream ever in history. I didn't mean for it to be this long. So
Hey,
Hey,
well,
it
everybody's
is
I
what
don't
it
have
is.
school. I don't mind.
everybody's having fun.
you're not even. I didn't invite you in here, bro.
I just came in to say one thing, bro. Open challenge to everyone. Whoever beats Alvin in fighters,
That's
bro,
right.
$100.
Oh,
I was gonna mention that. But
Official
you're
verbal
kidding.
announcement.
You're
It's
kidding.
only been on Twitter, bro, but he's willing to take on Maximilian, bro. He's gonna take on Rhyme. He'll do it all with one hand too, bro. If you can beat him, $100 to you.
Why do you sound like you have laryngitis, bro?
I'm currently laying down on a
This
couch
parody
in the
voice.
spring, and I am half asleep. But I had to come in and say that Alvin is taking all challengers.
It's alright. Nobody knows my at. They don't know
I'll
me.
see you, Alvin, on
We're
Friday.
even putting out shirts.
Fighting.
We're putting out shirts with Alvin's face on it that say "What you mean."
What you
It'll be
mean?
great, bro. What you mean?
Alvin's
Man,
in a
that's
body.
crazy.
Anybody who's a body, whatever. Alvin,
Why?
Alvin's
who's
good
king?
for all of y'all. Alvin's taking names, bro. He's coming for all y'all.
I think it was like anybody is the body whose body I'm coming for, or something like that.
Pause.
It's somewhere along the. It was hashtag Dragon Ball Fighters though. You can't say that.
You better record your gameplay.
Alvin's
I mean,
coming for
proof
all
of you
y'all.
and everything.
He's gonna clap all them cheeks, bro.
I want to see Danny in Fighters. That's it.
People are saying
shit.
Potara's used for Universe 9 and 7 remaining warriors. Well, Universe 9's dead, bro. Are you like 6 months behind? Like
Have a good one.
he's like over here. Yeah, no, there's no more fusion, bro. Who would you smash, Kale or Caulifla? Definitely Caulifla. But I don't fantasize about anime girls.
Kale.
You would? What's wrong with you, bro?
Kale?
Freak in the
minute.
bedroom. A lady in the streak of freak in the bedroom.
She's not real, bro.
You answered the question first.
Would you have liked it if Universe 6 was GT? I don't know. I don't think so.
The Universe 6, man.
That doesn't make much
scaling.
sense. Oh, I see what he means. Like, so it was like literally a twin universe, like a mirror but different.
I mean, it would have to be written correctly. All these ideas only work if they're written good. Leo,
you know, like, but before you go on, I just want to say that you and I did that G video.
Yes, we did. I'm still a genius for that. But no, keep going.
I just say, like, you and I did that GT video.
Thank you. Yeah, we did a video called Dragon Ball how Dragon Ball GT could fit in the Super. So, fuck, we're getting more super chats. Well, I was just gonna say that this guy Leo Architect is actually a real life architect, and he's working on it right. I didn't know he was actually an architect. Do you play Fighters? Well, it's not out yet, bro, so I can't really play it. I will.
He will.
I will.
I'm sure he
We all
will.
will.
Everybody's gonna play that game. Everyone's playing
Yeah.
that freaking game.
Of course.
Hold on.
Who
This
doesn't
guy,
like to take it?
coaches do that. Trust me, I'm in Sports Academy. Logan Tillman, what do you think Jiren means when he says he seeks that which lies beyond strength when he asks Goku why he wants to get stronger? Watch a video I did called Goku's Wish. Or, sorry, Jiren's Wish. I did it last week. Jiren's Wish. Solid Shepherd says, not a question, but I saw Q's video talking about how you saved his life and just wanted to say respect. Also, you don't have to shout out my Gaming and Dragon Ball channel if you don't want to, but I wouldn't be against it. Well, you didn't tell me what it's called, but I'm guessing it's going to be Solid Shepherd. So check out Solid Shepherd. I mean, his name is right there on the screen. I don't know if that's the name of his channel, but that's it. So, and thank you for the donation. Malik. Not Malik, Malik. I just noticed who it is. See, Malik is not. It's Malik from freaking the Torihani. And I was like, wait a minute, Malik is Malik. Yeah, hello. You made a stream. How's it going? I'm good, bro. We're about to end the stream actually in a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. I am gonna play Fighters though. I mean, Fighters will keep us going for a while until Dragon Ball comes back if it does. We'll see, dude. I gotta get more information on what actually happened with Dragon Ball. You know. And figure everything out. So,
Have you seen Android 21 like any gameplay by any chance?
I have not seen the gameplay. I have not. I didn't even know that was out. Is it impressive? Is it good?
Mean,
she looks nice, bro. And apparently in the select screen, when you see all three characters, it says Majin 21, but it says evil next to it. So that just makes me think that, okay, so this must have been some type of Majin Buu situation when she got separated from.
Here's some cool moves. I made some gifts.
Okay, I'll check it out.
And I find that interesting, to be honest with you.
Okay, so Solid Shepherd is the channel. Douglas Chapin says, will you please give a shout out to my Instagram, @Douglas Chapin photo. Has some cosplay. Also, Chapin Lamour for some very nice hot ladies. I'm sure MJ the Geek List will be checking that out, bro. Let me take a look. Yeah, he does. Oh, he does have some pretty good stuff on here. All right, everybody check out Shaping Glamour. Here it is, right here. No, he does have some. Yeah, very interesting. You know?
Danny will be back in a second.
No, you go ahead and talk for a minute, bro. You go ahead and talk for a minute. You talk.
Wait, send me the link.
Who are these girls that you know, bro? Where do you find these chicks at, dude?
Let me see.
I don't know how I can take the time to say anything right now.
Z Hallums donated $5. Tyson and said, "Now you owe me a drink at KCON." I owe you a lot, bro. You owe me a hug and a kiss, bro. I want to kiss your lips. I know where your lips have been, bro.
Whoa, what?
That's all I'm gonna say about it. Do you know where his lips have been, Maria?
Who didn't know?
T. I'm not gonna tell you because it's personal, but it's somebody who you know. So
Crazy.
somebody's asking like, are we gonna get a manga adaptation of the Goku Black arc in a movie? No. Somebody else also asked.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Sorry.
Okay. Do you know who he kissed? Do you know who he kisses?
No.
Okay. It's private. I'm not gonna tell you, but. You're the best Dragon Ball tuber. Tell Maria that I want her number or Twitter. Her Twitter's Miss DBZ, babe, bro. That's public. How big is Batista's dick, right? I know who started that meme, by the way. Geekdom, my car stopped working. Get Maria back. She's here, dude.
What's going on? I left, but
it's still delayed.
Discord was being a little dumb.
No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you who Tyson hooks up with, but yeah. You know who it is, though. Like, you know the person. I'm not going to say who it is, though. It's personal.
Is it someone on Twitter?
Well, everybody has Twitter.
Is it
someone on Twitter? There's like a million people.
Is it an artist? Is it an artist?
I'm not going to say.
I know. I think I already know. It's obvious, I think.
It's obvious, but it's really not. And I don't want to. I'm not going to betray their privacy, bro.
It's fine.
I see a thing in the chat that's not a super chat, but I wanted to opinion on it.
Well, first I want to say, I was going to say one quick thing, bro. No, it is not an April Fool's. Stop. I'm begging you. I'm on my knees right now.
It's ending before April Fool's.
You don't do an April Fool's in January. It's ending a week before April Fool's. Fuck. Sorry, go ahead.
It says, he asks you, Geekdom 101, Frieza or Majin Buu, do you think Majin Buu would have accidentally killed someone if he were in the tournament, or would it be more beneficial for him to be in the tournament? So we already talked to this, but do you think he would have accidentally, that's an interesting thing. Do you think he would have accidentally killed someone and been erased?
Well, that's the one thing that, you mean get disqualified. That's one thing that we never really saw in this tournament, and I was hoping we would. We never saw someone straight up kill someone, dude, and then kill someone and then get DQ'd. We did not see that, and I thought we would. I swear, with all these fighters, right? I thought we were gonna see it, and we didn't see it.
I guess nobody wanted to get disqualified.
Yeah, but you have an easy way of you get a real strong guy, and he gets DQ'd. That's an easy way to kind of save for the future. But again, maybe they didn't care. Maybe they knew all the way back then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
There was that. Remember those leaks when it came to if you get eliminated from the tournament, even though there's no killing rule, you get erased completely. I know those ended up being really false leaks, but I always thought that would be cooler, especially when you look at the way that they've been going out, all of Universe 7's team. It would have had a lot more emotional weight if, say, 18 had jumped in, saved 17, and then got completely erased. Because she was already hurt anyway. She didn't have a whole lot to give the entire team, but 17 still had a lot to give, and they needed the numbers to save the entire universe. And Krillin would have been gone at that point. It would have made a lot of sense.
I will say this. Logan's asking Super Chat, how well do you think Future Trunks would do against Toppo post Goku Black Saga? He would get murdered, bro. Toppo would destroy that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, people are already talking about
Trunks isn't that strong.
No, he would have got killed.
No way.
Do you like
Goku? Even have a god form.
So Maria, you did like the Trunks arc. You did like it, okay?
Yeah. The dub was good. It was fine. Yeah, no complaints.
And I wanted to say this also about Zamasu being Chris Gray.
Yeah.
How do I say this?
We know who he.
Chris Gray.
The fans really know who.
Chris Gray is. I don't know. Chris Gray is not who you think it is. It's who you think. It's who people have said that he is before. So okay, all right. Zamasu was not recast.
Mm-hmm.
So
same as Xenoverse too.
Same guy as it's same. Yeah.
Same voice actor. Different name.
Look, I really don't care because it's Like I get it, but it's like whatever. Like just figure it out, bro. Whatever. I know why they're doing it, and I'm not gonna stop them from doing it. So
Mhm.
the writers of Super don't give a fuck about emotional weight. Well, probably not. Android 18 or 21. I like 21 more, but we haven't seen 21 yet. So
So far with the gameplay, I like her a lot.
It's the glasses, dude. The glasses.
you know I like glasses, bro. You know, that's a big thing with me.
Their eye
George-
shield.
Well, she doesn't wear
Wait,
them though.
but
in her
then she
different form.
transforms into a Majin. Though, what you think about that?
Well,
So what?
I already told Xeon,
That one too.
bro. Wouldn't the best kind of girl to have be a shapeshifter? Because she can then change her face to look like anybody, bro. So you fuck a different girl every night, but it's the same girl. You're not cheating. Isn't that
Exactly.
awesome? Like,
So
you're
you're
just-
not
Barry,
cheating.
like, cause Boo turned into Barry Khan. I
yes,
mean,
he did. He turned to Barry Khan. That's what I'm saying. That if you screw a girl who can shapeshift, it's a different girl every night, and you're not cheating on her. That's freaking great.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of selfish. Like on the high key.
no, it isn't. Not if she's willing.
Oh yeah, of course she's willing. Yeah, to
Gotta
go
please
for
her
it.
man.
Bone
Just
just
go wild.
That'd be part of the prenuptial agreement, bro. Prenuptial agreement. So this guy says, will they touch on what Jiren said that Goku did not know about the power? I think they might, but I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. Can you make a video debunking stupid fanboy theories? I've done that a few times already, bro. I've done tons. I don't know which one you're talking about now, but sexist geekdom. How is that sexist?
Here we go.
Anytime. Here's
Here we go
the
again.
rule. Here's the rule. Anytime you ever talk about having sex with a woman, it's sexist. Even if it's completely respectful, unless you say, "I want to make sweet love to my queen angel." That's the only way you can get away with it. I can't say I want to fuck this bitch, even though they like it, you virgin, without being called a freaking a sexist. You're an idiot, bro.
And wait, someone said in the chat that the writers of Super don't care about emotion. Someone
Well,
said that?
emotional weight. I don't know about that. They have in the past, but maybe not as much as we thought. I don't know.
The Roshi thing was kind of like that, wasn't it?
I agree with you,
Yeah.
and that's an example
Yeah.
right there. That's an example right there.
Yeah, it was pretty emotional. Everyone thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, and not just that, but also the Gohan Locket thing, and there's been a few. Which
Yeah.
form is stronger, Dark Blue or Ultra Instinct? Come on, dog. Ultra Instinct. We gotta close the stream out. We've been doing this for 2.5 hours, and I'm tired. So thanks everyone for checking out the stream. Hope you have a great rest
Oh,
of your
real
night.
quick.
Yeah.
Happy
yeah.
birthday to our boy Rackaby.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to Rack. Stay off Twitter today, please. Please stay off Twitter.
Stop.
Everybody wished me a happy birthday, but if you didn't wish me one, I still love you. I sound just like him, don't I?
Yeah, he would tweet that.
You just give him the link to the stream and go to this timestamp. Guys, I gotta say this. If you didn't wish me happy birthday, I still love you. I still care because opinions
God
are
bless.
subjective. Bro, this guy said,
Only-
"Fuck me in the ass till I'm grass." That's funny, bro. I don't know why. Anyways, we're out of here, folks. 3 hours. Check out Real to Real and maybe Maria if you want. I know y'all most of y'all are checking her out anyways.
Stop.
Okay.
Everybody wants to fuck.
People know them.
No.
They're popular, bro.
Gogeta is not coming. Anyways, and make sure you catch these hands with Alvin. When fighters come.
Fighters hits.
He'll beat anybody, bro. He said he can beat you without a controller somehow. So
What was it?
the guy said you didn't answer my question. Yeah, bro. There was 5,000 people, and sorry I couldn't answer your question, bro. Let me ignore everybody else and just answer yours. Yo, man, I'm in tight blue spandex at the moment. Give Maria my number. I am Vegeta in
Hello?
real life, Prince of Wales. That's why I got cash.
That's great.
Only people in Danny's stream, man. You can only find quality like this.
All right, we're out of here. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.